Original content, baby. Original content, baby. Original content, baby. We got an echo.
Oh, guess who it is. I don't know why it auto plays, man. I thought I fixed it this time.
We're classic at always having one of us always has an echo.
Yeah.
So that is our new intro. It's a work in progress.
A whip?
You know what?
A whip?
We might
whip?
just try out
Work in
different
progress.
theme songs for the next
Until
2
season.
to 3 weeks until seasons, and just try to find one that really gets our peckers wood hard.
Our like boner alerted.
Yeah, give me a boner alert.
This is the thing. The Cowboys are in training camp right now.
Yes.
We're kind of in a training camp ourselves, right? We're getting ready for the new season.
We got injuries happening.
Adams blew out his hamstring today.
We do want to hear that story, but
Have to hear that story.
but we'll get to that.
Who's going to sexually call out our socials? You guys want me to do it?
Here you're
Sure.
doing
You dare me to do it?
Here we're doing a nice wrap up of what we're talking, or a nice intro of what we're talking about. And you're just blasting these. You're just schlocking our social medias, and I'm totally off my switching game today.
I love to just insert my social media presence. I'll be like, there'll be a guy at the grocery store, and I'll hear him say something about Facebook. I'll be like, oh, you do Facebook? You ever heard of CanFan? At Cowboys
out.
CanFan. Have you ever checked us out at Cowboys CanFan on any major platform? Because we're on all of them.
Dude, go to tiktok.com/@CowboysCanFan and like, and I don't know what you do on TikTok.
You just do it all. All of our shit. We're on everything. We're on all the main social media platforms. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple, iTunes. Cowboys CanFan. Easy as.
Easy as. Do it. Crack them if you
Crack
got
them if you got them. So, biggest thing here, though, guys. Training camp is back, which is kind of the signaling of the new season, right? Like, it's not OTAs now. It's not these fucking bullshit little mini camps they do. We're legit back. This is basically the start of the 2022 season. Does it feel good?
I like it.
I think it feels good. I think one of my favorite things was seen, and I didn't really look, I'm about to say one of my favorite things to see is players showing up in some sort of like outfit or some sort of garb. But did anybody from the Cowboys show up in any type of outfits or anything like that this year?
Like, what do you mean? Like something funny?
Well, did Aaron Rodgers showed up dressed like
Midlife crisis.
No, he bring up a
Did he
picture.
purposely?
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage from Con Air. So
Yeah,
he
he
looked like
showed
Cameron
up.
Poe.
Yeah, he had the white wife beater and the denim.
Yeah, and then the long hair.
Was that on purpose?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they always show up.
It definitely was on purpose, but does that take away from some stuff? I mean, I think it's funny that he showed up like
No,
that. I mean,
I'm not-
he's looking pretty. He's looking. Who would you take? It actually looks like Aaron Rodgers is showing up to play as Nick Cage in something.
Yeah.
Who do you, in this picture of these guys, who do you? Okay, that's pretty funny. Nick Cage, I'm going to rate them right now. Nick Cage, better biceps. Aaron Rodgers, better pectoral muscles.
Aaron Rodgers,
Yes.
look at those traps.
Who has the better flow? I kind of like the curls in Nick Cage's hair.
I like Nick Cage's the Windsor, the W.
Yeah.
But no,
I like that Cage is saying I'm not shaving this and I'm gonna let this go all the way back before I shave my head.
I do like the little bit of salt and pepper in A-Rod's beard, though.
Yeah. So play the video though. Did you see him walking though?
No, I didn't see any
Oh,
of this.
I shared
So
it-
we're
I
just
shared it
diving
to you
into
guys.
training camp. This stuff, anyone that's just tuning in, yes, it's a Cowboys show.
Stephen White's tuning in right now.
What up, Stephen White? How's it going? We chat it.
Sup?
I see him every once in a while on the YouTube, on other people's channels. We talk a little bit. We're just looking into Aaron Rodgers showing up looking like Nick Cage to training camp, which is this him right here?
No, I'm gonna find it.
I said.
Dad, did you read any of the backstory to it? Was there a reasoning for him to dress up like that? Oh, here it is. Okay, that's actually pretty badass.
Not getting any volume, but
Not a huge Aaron Rodgers fan, but this is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I'll admit, this is pretty funny. Throws the bag down.
Yeah.
That's epic.
he looks like to me he looks like fucking a wrestler walking
I
into
know.
the ring right now.
Yeah.
He's got that
Well,
big fucking wrestler walk.
Yeah.
I don't know what other player showed up a couple years ago dressed up as Stone Cold Steve Austin, like wearing the black vest, and he has the belt, and he shows up, and
That's
he's
pretty
just
funny.
fucking yoked. I'm trying to think of who.
No Cowboys players did anything fun like that.
No.
No, they all just reported. And I could see, do you guys think when you do something like that, you're trying to take away from?
I mean, you're just kind of trying to get a gas up the boys and
Yeah.
trying to get them to laugh. Like that's what it is.
You think it's just like a shtick?
Oh,
kind of just
100%.
like
If it was like my rookie coming in,
yeah.
then I might be like, what? Get your like, but the
He's
Green Bay Packers is Aaron Rodgers'
yeah.
team,
He,
so
he literally can show up and do whatever the fuck he wants. Really.
But to that, I think
Actually-
it's because he knows who he is
Yeah.
that he can play these games, and I don't know, he's also like this is one thing, but another thing that Aaron Rodgers does is he's very outspoken on
He's woke.
Matt McAfee.
Well, that
So-
He's woke.
One of the
He's
guys,
woke.
one of the
He's woke.
guys from the Pat McAfee show was saying that just like Cameron Poe, Aaron Rodgers has unfinished business and he will never leave a man behind. So he could have got off the airplane at the stop, but because he still had boys in the locker room that he cares about, he's coming back this season.
So anyone that is versed in the Nick Cage movie, Cameron Poe is Nick Cage's character in Con Air. My daughter turned 8 years old today, or whatever the fuck.
Wow, I gotta get my daughter.
Worst accent ever. But I do like. Okay, so we're kind of getting
Cyrus the Virus.
Cyrus the Virus,
I want you.
and then the creepy guy that's raped like 13 people and has a rose for every raping.
Steve Buscemi.
No, Steve
Oh,
Buscemi
yeah.
wasn't the raper.
Are you sure
was-
it's not this guy?
Before we get into Cowboy stuff,
Jesus.
the Aaron Rodgers meme with his helmet when it's half on.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers helmet meme. Oh my god, that is like I've been trying to think of a way I could use it for everyone has seen this. This is like a great me. Oh man, that shit just speaks.
Oh, fuck, I'm fucking us.
Look at that. You fucked me.
Fuck me, DJ.
You fucked me, AJ.
This is what I want.
Like that's a great meme.
Yeah.
It almost looks Photoshop.
So
Like,
before okay,
it looks Photoshop because nowadays, I mean, it's not Photoshop, but someone could have easily taken his eyes and made him
cross-eyed or look crazy.
Because it's like
Crazy hobo man.
It's the internet. The internet always wins. It's like when you see those pictures of Patty the Batty and someone's made him look
Yeah,
fatter.
like the Padres game. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's just
Well,
so-
this is
when
the
he's
thing
just
about,
fat.
and then what we can get into Cowboys folklore right after this folklore. But the thing about it is like I wonder how many photos out there the
Are
more
touched up a little bit.
just the subtle touch. Like there was also with the Will Smith slap, there was an edited photo that I don't know what the fucking edit was, but it was like a small little edit that they had. I think it was
the part when they edited in him yelling, "Keep my
My
motherfucking
motherfucking
wife's name out of your fucking mouth."
No, did you see the one where they used his son back when The Pursuit of
Oh,
Happiness
yeah.
was out, and he's up there. He's like, "I want to thank my mom and my dad."
And then cut to Will
It comes
Smith.
to Will Smith. He's like, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking."
I'm trying to
mouth."
think what does Aaron Rodgers look like here? He looks like I don't even know.
He looks like a mad, like if
A
you're
mad
looking-
scientist
No,
just
no.
created something.
Crack Magazine or Mad Magazine, if they were to show like,
Yeah.
like that's what his character would look
When
like.
you say crack, it looks like someone looking at a nice piece of rock in the
no, he's got
early hours of the night.
he's got drug addict eyes and bottom row of teeth, and then the disheveled hair and beard doesn't help. Also, the fact that he's like got the helmet covering his nose. He kind of looks like a Marvel villain or something like that.
Yeah. Well, talking about villains, the TikTok villain has arrived. What's up, boys? Barry Grant Jr.'s in the house.
What up? What up? What
Oh,
up?
shit.
What's
shit.
shakalaka?
All right, well, let's get on to the Cowboys.
some Cowboy
then.
stuff. So training camp is back. We're all happy. We kind of wanted to be down there this year. It obviously didn't happen. Next year, I think it's got to be in the works that we get down there.
And I'm going down as soon as Jerry agrees to let me walk on.
Oh yeah, we'll walk on. You're gonna redshirt.
I'm gonna
This is
redshirt.
the
Like
thing.
Vince
I
Papale?
feel like we should. I feel like we could even sneak our way onto the sideline somehow.
I think if we just
that
come
might
down,
blacklist us though, but we should try to like legitly get on the sideline.
we should just go down with and have some like really fake looking Canadian official credential.
That's what I mean. So
and just try to be
we're
like
the Canadian ambassadors to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We got to play on that.
Well, what's
And just
fake
act-
about it? All we have to do is just make Cowboys media passes for our podcast,
Yep.
and then just
And we never say we're supposed. Yeah. So this is. So
and we
there's-
just walk like we are supposed to be there.
There is a bunch
Yeah.
of guys like that I follow that are Cowboys podcasters or I don't know, influencers. I don't like to use that word, but guys that kind of
Just do it.
Hey,
just do it. They influence on the
Just do
Cowboys.
it.
But like Law Nation's down there, West Coast Cowboys down there, the one star.
You say that to all the boys.
one star, one family's there, but none of them have sideline credentials. They're all
Yeah, but they're watching it. Like,
Okay,
yeah,
so
they're
then this
watching,
is what
but,
we
like,
do.
I want to get in there. I want to smell the sweat.
We gotta do a
would you-
setup, and we need 2 sacrificial lambs. Okay, so we need 2 people to stand kind of.
But time out.
Nate Dogg.
This is the problem with us like trying to sneak on, because then if we get caught,
Who gives a shit?
but then we're never gonna be like, do we want to waste that? I'd rather waste that on
Jerry's
like
gonna-
a playoff game than a fucking training camp. Like if we're gonna try to sneak into something, I'd rather do that something important than not training camp. I'd rather just let you 2 charismatic fucks go talk to someone and try to get us, like you said, play off the fact that we're from Canada and we're trying to grow the game in Canada. And
what are the rules? If you're up in the stands watching, can you be filming?
oh yeah,
down?
yep.
Yeah, so we could technically.
Yeah, but I want to be able to interview people. We want actual access.
Well, why don't you cry about it?
I'm going to. I don't want to be like these. I've watched some of these guys' videos. Like the one guy, he has a video saying that he's interviewing Zeke, and all he's doing is Zeke signing autographs, and he's yelling at him like, "Zeke, are you happy with your playing time?
Zeke, are you hungry?
Yeah, are you gonna eat?"
Well, who's gonna eat, Zeke?
So I don't want
last
that.
time you ate?
But so, Cowboys training camp observation: TJ Vasher broke the fucking bank with a highlight reel. I don't know if you guys have seen it. AJ, if you get on Twitter, we're gonna kick off hot.
I got it right here. Yeah.
Say, get that shit bigger, son. Zoom right
Get
in on
that
this.
shit bigger, son.
Okay, check this out. This is a nice grab.
So talk through what's going on
Beautiful
here.
day.
He's got 1-on-1 with the murderer, and he goes up, one hands it. Boom.
Whoa, that was too soon to say.
Now,
that.
no.
He was
Actually,
never charged.
that nickname came pre-murder, so it's just a bad.
Yeah, it's just a weird coincidence.
Weird coincidence.
So they had 1-on-1 coverage. I don't know who the quarterback was. I think it was Greer. Tossed it
Yep,
up 1-on-1. And then you have TJ Vasher just goes full OBJ. And
Speaking of
pucks it
which,
out.
I don't mind because Greer was a new signing, was he not?
No, he's been around.
Oh, okay, I thought he. Anyways,
He's been fighting it out with the Danucci's and the Cooper Rushes.
Wait,
Let's
where
watch
is
this
Ben
again.
DiNucci?
Oh, Danucci's there. That's a
I
nice
mean, he
catch.
holds him the whole way.
Yeah, and that's a penalty on Joseph.
That's
So-
right, baby.
Boss
Look,
man
like,
fat.
what-
Boss
what-
man fat with that could be us.
This could be us right there. This couple, and there's
There's Alex to the far right.
I'm over here.
And then Adam and I are that couple over there.
Isn't that the
beautiful
1-star
couple.
family person?
I think it might be.
Oh,
I think it might be.
I think
So one thing I like about this play is it's training camp, but look at the quickness Vasher has. He's hungry. He's just trying to get up out there. Uses that big
Pretty sure he's 6'6".
6'6". Yeah, uses that big long reach. This is what this is what's missing in our wide receiver core
Yeah.
is just a big, tall, athletic.
Just a guy that if
lanky-
he's 1-on-1, you just throw it high, and the guy
Yeah.
that's 5'10" has no chance of getting the
Exactly.
ball. Like kind of Julio Jones-esque or a Calvin Johnson. I'm not putting TJ Vasher in that column, right? He's an undrafted rookie.
just height.
Yeah, he's just the same type of big body. But Vasher in this first week of training camp has been turning some heads. Actually, a lot of the Cowboys wide receivers, young wide receivers, you might say no-named wide receivers, have been turning a lot of heads. You got TJ Vasher, Houston, Washington. Like there's these guys that are coming into camp. And the good thing with these guys, they have all the opportunity to make a splash to make this final 53-man roster.
Yeah, I want to see a nice competitive training camp here, and you know, if Vasher can do this at an NFL speed, like game speed, I mean that's a fucking nice pickup.
This is why
Skin that smoke wagon
that's
and
why
see
we
what happens.
skin that smoke wagon. This is the best thing about training or preseason games. The normal fan doesn't give a fuck about preseason games, right? They want to get to the actual preseason games. But now, say August 13th, we're watching us versus the Denver Broncos, and TJ Vasher goes out there and makes a huge catch. Or like, you can literally watch these players punch their stamp onto the team. Like
Jersey's ordered.
right? Jersey's fucking
Is that
locked and
where you're
loaded.
going?
Well, if Vasher goes out there in preseason and gets a fucking one-handed grab touchdown like we just saw there.
Oh, if that was in a
Jersey
game,
ordered.
if that was in a game, you're almost in like the first quarter or two, you're really making your case for the team.
Kilo C said he likes their energy too. Stephen White saying height freak,
up,
and we
Kilo?
got a speed freak too now in Turpentine.
Oh yeah, Turpin. So that's another thing we can talk about. Ad, you know anything about it?
That's a negative.
So Turpin is the former reigning USFL MVP.
Oh, really?
He's only
Oh, I saw you post. I saw you post.
he's only 5'9", 155 pounds. So he's like AJ.
Yeah.
He's like an AJ. So, but
Sorry. Hey, that was
mean.
That was bad.
That was mean.
I went
AJ, you can sucker punch him.
I'm
waiting for the fuck.
No, Adam's fucking hobbled right now. which
Yeah,
we'll talk
so we
about
can
later.
beat him up. But Turpin, they're looking for a guy that they've been worried about kick returns and punt returns. So the Turpin is the USFL MVP. Cavante Turpin making wide receivers' first NFL shot since pleading guilty to assault. So he isn't without any baggage. The dude played for TCU, which is Texas Christian University, which is actually based out of Fort Worth. The Horned Frogs. He got kicked off the team in 2018 for beating up his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So that's
I don't like that.
right. So there was footage of him. There was
But
footage of him getting like dragging her by her, like choking her out and stuff. So I don't know.
here's the thing: was she 6'5", 210? Because then I think maybe that's a little more fair.
Well, yeah, he's a little dude. I mean, this is such a gray area to even joke about, but maybe she had it coming. I'm just kidding. I'm totally
Yeah,
joking.
hey, you're getting clipped.
I'm totally joking.
That's
yeah,
gonna
flag.
that's
Now we're
gonna-
flagged.
Now we're flagged.
Now we're flagged.
I that's
Live
the one
stream
thing I
down.
don't like. And the other thing is he actually had some issues. I think he had another assault charge in New Mexico in like 2017. So
I mean-
definitely checkered. Guys do grow up, but that's a huge character flaw.
Yeah, multiple things. Domestic
Against women.
Domestic things. Those are hard. Those are hard. When it's something like, honestly, I know it's fucking horrible to say, but this is the fucking podcast. This is why we have a show, so we can say these things to the internet. Joseph's scenario for Joseph personally, not the outcome, of course. Both outcomes are terrible.
Boss man fat?
I didn't.
So yeah, call him by his street name, dude.
Is it just me? Like how weird of a person I am that like I care less about the murder
Then the woman.
than him
Yeah.
dragging a woman out. Like obviously,
I do know what you're saying. One's like
one's like person's life over. The
yeah.
other one's like, okay, someone got roughed up and or maybe they got beat to shit. I don't fucking know. But still, someone's life
ended.
ended and the other one didn't. So
And we've talked about and I know that this is going away from what you're saying. We've talked about the boss man fat thing. I'm surprised that he's being let off and he's not. Oh yeah, crack him if you got him, son.
crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got
Crack
him.
him if you
Hey,
got
if you're in chat right now and you haven't smacked that like button, crack that like button because we need that shit. We want more like-minded Cowboys fans in the chat. We're ramping up towards preseason and then towards season, and we hope everyone else is going to be in here when we're live streaming games because we have a fucking blast doing this.
We do, and we're gonna be trying to like our first year last year, year one, as a unit,
Kind of
Yes,
just
it
flying by the seat of our pants.
kind of just building and kind of figure out what do we like to do and what kind of makes the most sense for us. I think we kind of really
Kind of weird that you kept asking for anal, but we got past.
we got past that finally, and you know what? I'm happy with the podcast. I'm glad you said no.
That.
Hey, but like it was something that we didn't plan. Now we have an idea of what we like to do, and so moving forward, hopefully, if we keep this growth going, there's a lot of things we want to do. First thing, though, I mean, this is derailing us even further, but who
That's
gives a
okay. It's
fuck?
what we do.
First thing, though, is
We were good for viewers too, and then all of a sudden Alex starts talking. It's like,
yeah.
we have to. Well, I'm 1/3, so I mean, shit. We got to get used to it, I guess.
JK.
We have to figure out
JK
this
Rowley.
fantasy football
Yes.
league scenario.
I think
and
So as far
I
as
know we have
perfect timing.
We have a league.
But like you said, I think we do. Maybe we start putting it out. Maybe if anyone's interested in chat, obviously Kilo's in it. Like that's a no-brainer. So we got 4. I'm sure Nate Dogg would be in. So there's 5, right? So I think we get a 12-man league with people that are involved, like a couple of our ride or dies, and we recap that as we go throughout the season.
Well, let's figure out how many spots we have available.
Mary Grant would probably be in, I imagine.
What do y'all? Oh Jesus Christ!
Hey,
what do y'all
it's your
think of this?
computer over there, so I don't
Maybe a
give shit.
16-man one, but that gets pretty cutthroat.
16 man's fucking
10 to 12. But what do you think
12.
about this?
Definitely
We do whatever the buy-in, 25, 50, 100.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
I'm trying not to cut you off as much as I have been lately. So if you're,
Okay, let me just let me finish my thought and then
Yep.
go into what you're thinking. You can ignore me.
hey, guess what? It might be hard.
Why? First of all, why is your cock cock protector up so high on your mic?
To stop the puffing from happening.
Oh,
Does that actually do it?
Yep.
Gee, now you almost dropped your drink. That's what you get.
That's what happens.
But we could do half. So we take, everyone goes in and then we figure out what half of that would be, and that would be the earnings. The other half goes toward, as I'm talking, he's fucking crunkling.
Just helping you. Hey, just helping you out.
The other half goes towards supporting a college athlete of sorts. We find
I was
someone
actually going to talk to you guys about that with the NIL rules, which is the I don't know what the acronym is, but I was going to talk to you guys about that. Like, even if I was actually looking at Canadian NCAA athletes today, like, how funny would it be if we just threw a NCAA football player a couple $100 a month just to like free merch?
Hey,
Yeah.
this at the very least would be probably roughly between.
And then we have something to talk about weekly.
Yep.
This would be something like, anywhere between $400 to $600 for this person. 12 people.
Plus, I think we should.
And sorry, but that would pay for books for a year at least.
Well, or every single week when we're live streaming the super chat, if we do a super chat money, that can go towards our
Something like that.
sponsoring our athletes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny.
That'd be sweet.
Okay, but guess
yeah,
what?
I'm sponsored by the-
Cavante Turpin, you ain't getting a fucking dime, so quit asking.
Question though about the dude.
Yeah.
155? Like that's a small dude.
Dudes, I got up to 184
Doesn't
on my
matter
trip.
if you can't catch them.
I got up to 184 on my trip, okay?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm back down to 178. Just
Go to Twitter and then just do Turpin highlights USFL. Let's see what this little horned frog's got.
You know why I have to interrupt Alex? Because now I forget what I was going to say.
Well, that's fine.
Just write it down. Oh, I have the
I'm not gonna do it.
notepad.
I don't think interrupting is bad. We all do it to each other. It's just part of it.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm over it.
Cavante Turpin.
The only time I really hate it is when I think I have like the funniest joke to say, and I'm like but I can't get a
But it's the
fucking
word-
word in edgewise.
But then or when you're saying a joke but no one's laughing and then you kind of like chuckle to yourself. I'm not just saying you, but anyone. You're like, didn't land the way I thought it was going to land.
So here's Law Nation. Is this
and on top of that, if you're looking for a kickoff return or
This is our boy
punt
Law?
return person,
He's
you
actually
got
down.
help.
He's down there
Now,
today.
Here's the thing: this
Turn it
means
down
that
a
the
little bit.
Cowboys are looking for help at wide receiver.
And no, we're not
and
subscribing to him. That's his
special
own,
teams. Now, normally
Yeah.
the Cowboys go after bigger, taller targets.
Nice little
as it relates to
run
wide
across the middle
receivers.
there.
However, when you look at Cavante,
Hey.
he is a guy that can take the top off the defense. He can fly. He's a 4-3 guy.
That's
4-3.
And of course, 5'9". That's not
Who
the
cares if
tallest,
he
but
can
the
pull a
tallest.
player,
But
if he
I
can
look
make
at
a
quickness. I look at a guy that can do
safety
the end
stutter.
around. I
This is what we're
also
looking
look
for
at
out
the
of a
fact
speed
that if
speed
you're
guy
talking
like that,
about
right?
someone that
My
can
biggest worry is he's
insert
going to
it
get
in
absolutely
and
killed
add it
by
at
someone.
the slot.
Can't kill someone you can't
I don't
catch.
think I'm
Now, the
looking at him
Cowboys,
as like someone who's actually going to get the
looking
ball. I
back
just
at
want
the
him out there as
wide
as
receivers
the
that we-
threat.
Well, they're thinking of returning
there
kicks.
is a big,
Sure.
big
Okay. Yeah. I mean, 155. Jesus.
It's tiny. I take bigger dumps.
Yeah.
I literally have bigger
You
poops than
forced
that.
you forced me to come and see afterwards, and it is true. Very impressive, actually.
I don't. Is this
14
college?
Keurigs.
This must be college. I don't even know. This is the USFL. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or high school.
And
I
this
don't even
isn't-
know what
this
the
is
fuck this is.
If this was college, there'd be fucking fans in the stands.
Well, that's what. Is this his high school footage? I don't even really know. Anyways, Turpin.
No. This is, I think, just like throughout.
Yeah. So he's
his
quick.
career.
He's small. He hasn't grown. He hasn't lost any speed. He's 4'3", which is huge. That means you're running. So then that puts him into the mix as like he's like a poor man's version of kind of a Tony Pollard type issue. You know, he's the guy that can be in motion. He can be in the slot. He can be back there returning punts. Because I think we're getting to the point that Tony Pollard's almost too valuable to be putting back to return kicks.
Oh, 100%. I'd like to have him back there for punts. I think he's because he still has. I mean, we saw it. What was it, twice last year or just once?
Kickoff. You want him on kickoff, not punts. Punts is the one they're trying to get him away. I don't think he actually ever did return our punts. He was always Tony Pollard was kind of our kickock guy.
Well, it tells you what I fucking know. I don't know. So it was the kickoff that he returned.
Yeah, and against the Raiders, he returned to kickoff.
What I
The
like
one
though,
that we were screaming
what I like about
when
these
he was returning it.
We were screaming.
We were screaming.
We screamed our little lungs out.
we were screaming. We were ruining about 5 rows of people's.
I think everyone liked us.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh,
But we definitely
The the fucking dad behind us while we were sitting.
High fives.
And it took him to like third quarter
To warm up.
Probably had to have a couple beers. And he went. I bet you at halftime he went into the washroom and he's like,
I'm gonna do
washing
it.
his hand. He's looking at.
I'm
us
gonna
over
high
here. He's like-
five them.
He's like, just fucking say hi. Just fucking reach out. Boom. Done.
Well, the best
Now
is
we're
like,
talking.
yeah, there would be a big play, and you turn around and you'd already be like hand out for the high five.
But I mean, by that point, we were all getting.
We were pretty drunk.
Yeah.
We
had.
the Cowboys. We Cowboys CanFan. We pair up with the dad kid setups. Even when
Yeah.
we were at the draft.
Oh,
we
yeah,
had the
they
dad
loved
and the
us.
Kid. We were right there the whole time with them.
They loved us.
Yeah.
Well, because this is why
It's wholesome content. We don't say things like bitch.
we're Canadian.
Stupid.
We're Canadian, so we have a softer just vibe to us, and dads feel comfortable, and they're with their kid, and they want their kid to like remember my dad was cool. He was hanging with these cool. Now, here's the problem: is the dads are picking us as the cool
I know.
guys.
Yeah,
and
like,
he's
what
making
are
a
you
grave
doing?
error. He's making
Yeah,
a grave error.
Very,
But
very
look,
bad.
when I'm out there, I've got my rings, I got my necklace on,
I've
I've got my dyed hair. I mean, I look pretty cool.
I challenge any. I'm confident that if any type of cowboy get together or group, we insert us in there. We'll mingle. We'll mix and match with everybody, and we'll. Don't want to say we're going to be the life of that party, but guess
Yeah,
what? We're going to be the life of that motherfucking party.
we're like the Micah Parsons with no athletic ability.
Yeah, Adam
we're
with-
just
with
there.
with the podcasting and partying abilities. We're
Yeah.
like the Micah Parsons.
We're the Micah Parsons of the podcast game, son.
That's right. And
The
Adam with
newcomers.
Adam with 2 working quads is
Yeah.
a fucking mingler, a champion
Yeah,
mingler.
look at these legs
He's-
though right now. Hang on.
Oh God,
Oh god, what's going
we had a
on here?
pool. We had a pool
So-
injury today.
Yeah, so Adam was out. And then
compression.
he's wearing compression shorts. First thing before I forget to say,
Talking about cool dads.
Turpin, and Vasher. If I'm playing Madden, I'm drafting a speedster and a tall dude.
Yep.
And so it's nice that we
Ceilings.
got them. We'll see what happens.
They have ceilings, right?
They have
like
ceilings.
high ceilings. Like they're unknown. Don't have a lot of tape on them in college or in the NFL, obviously.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys signed Turpin to a 3-year deal, so like they're planning on having him on the team. You'd imagine, right? Like
So, what's that step? I mean, they always say, the saying goes, sorry, I was the all-star of my high school team. I started in college, and I didn't make the NFL, or I made the practice squad. Like the jump from like the best player in the high school team, all of them go to the college team, and now you have all of the best players there, and the best of them rise to the top.
And
so
then
like
you only have the cream of the crop in the NFL. Like,
yeah, so like what's the shit, I mean I could look at this later, but the percentage of like players who actually make it to the NFL.
from
Let me
college?
just look that up.
From
It's
college,
gotta be done, yeah.
tiny, small, under 1%, I think. Like you got what I think it's like 35 or 40,000 NCAA college football athletes, and each year in the NFL you only draft 200 people.
Look at this.
Not-
Do you have
not
a guess?
even.
Do you have a guess?
My like percent wise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2%.
I wasn't really listening to what you're talking about.
What percentage of and then we do want to hear about your how
gosh,
that
no.
happened, but what
It's not even that
percentage
much of a story.
What percentage? I think it's kind of funny though. What percentage of college players make it to the NFL? And football players, of course.
1.5%.
We're not including swimmers because they're not.
I'm gonna go under Anth. I'm gonna say 1.5%.
Okay,
So you're doing the
that's pretty good, guys.
Yeah, well, I know you're doing the Price is Right rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Now,
1.2.
You can't. You've already said 2.
I already saw.
Well, I'm reading the screen right now.
He's reading.
Oh, 1.2?
1.2.
Yes, that was better.
So
you won.
there's about 1.1 million high school football players in the United States, and 6.5% of those,
Cracking them if they got 'em,
son.
or 71,000, will play in college. So you're going from 1.1 million to 71,000 right away.
Crazy.
And then from there, there's even more dramatic drop. They don't give the number, but you can do the math. 1.2% of the 71,000 players who will
so
play
yeah,
in college.
700 people. And this is actually
Truth.
Okay, no, so that's high school football. So they are talking about
They go from high school to college.
They are talking about, but that math doesn't make sense. It must mean not just the or no, because
on the
It's
internet,
doing
so it's true.
1.2% of the college players.
yeah, but 1.2% of 71,000 is 700.
I think it's
700
like
people don't get drafted.
no. I think it's everyone who's in those.
Okay, so they get drafted, or not even drafted, but like practice squads, yada 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 type thing.
Yeah,
right?
and it might be over a 3-year span or something. But basically, what we're saying, it's the percentage that matters, right?
I feel like if I was if I grew up in the United States and I was, I would have played football in high school, and I would have still been in like broadcast media or something like that, and I would have tried to play football as far as I could get, and then I would have launched into some sort of like sports media
thing.
Yeah,
So
as a day job.
I know Adam hasn't watched this. Go to our YouTube and show Ad the highlights of Dak Prescott.
I watched it today on the toilet.
Which one?
Day 2.
You did watch day 2.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I wanted to hear your commentary, so I was a little disappointed about that.
It's too tricky to like.
Good. I think he's.
You thought he looked good?
I think he's getting the snaps off decently.
He looked mobile,
Yeah.
but he definitely doesn't look. I wouldn't say.
Well, you're not
getting the whole
Exactly.
mirror of it, and
Yeah.
it's training
Day
camp.
3 and 4.
That was the newer one I posted.
Is that the one you wanted or no?
No, because I thought he played a little bit better day 3 and 4. I thought day 2 he was missing. He was just looked like he was just throwing the ball up.
True.
Actually, Cooper Rush had a terrible series on, was it day 3? He threw a pick to Trevon Diggs on Trevon Diggs' very first interception of camp, and then the next play he gets sacked but still throws the ball up, and then Jaron Curse picks the ball off. So I don't even know if our quarterback 2 is necessarily going to be Coop Rush.
Here,
Which
it kind of goes into. Oh, you're not gonna play it.
I just had
There
to
you
turn
go.
that quality up, bro.
do you think we're going to get copywritten for this?
Probably.
Copyright ourselves?
I think just YouTube doesn't like.
If I kind of
keep
switch it
switching
out,
back,
if
keep
I keep
switching
switching
back.
it out like that, it should be all right.
But this is from us. Like,
I
this
know,
is
but
from our page.
It is, but who knows? And these fucking automated things. Guess what? I've been dealing with a fucking headache this week about these automated things. So I mean, it doesn't. Your logic doesn't.
Do we try?
exist here?
Do we try it though?
No, we're doing it right now. Like,
Are
we're,
we trying?
oh, yeah.
Is this
This
on the
is it.
screen?
This is on the screen.
So
Pause
these
it.
these
Pause
are
it for a
those
sec.
these
Pause
are the
it.
helmets
Pause it.
ads talking about.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah, that's a good shot of these helmets.
Can
Give
you-
us some backstory about this ad.
Well, okay. So don't know
Or
too much.
you didn't do any study and you just heard it.
Sal and TJ Watt were speaking out against it about these helmets, and they're saying that some of the players are going to have to wear this up until the second preseason game,
I don't see it happening.
and why they're trying to limit the concussion. So they're saying if one player wears one of these helmets, and it's just the quarterback, lineman, and I think it's the tight ends that have to wear it in
What about
preseason.
defensive linemen?
I don't know, and defensive linemen.
Okay,
yeah.
so linemen
So they're
as a
saying
whole.
if one player has it, it reduces the head injuries by 10%. If 2, it's 20%.
Okay.
Sal is saying that the problem with wearing these helmets in preseason is that it's too close. You don't want them to come into week 1
Feeling
and
coddled.
and hit and have that head-to-head collision, and the shock to your system is just going to be too much.
Feeling coddled.
Yeah.
Here's what they need to understand about this is like this is a game that is voluntary. The best thing they can do is release all of the important education and updates about what's happening to football players, to people who play football, so they can make a decision if they want to come or not. I think that point's great because here's the thing. It's like,
Well, Watt's saying
it's
he'll take the fine. He's like, I'm just going
I'll
to
take the fine too. It's such a Band-Aid move or a PR move to be like, for 2 games out of our 21 games, we're going to wear this protection. And then whenever everything else matters, and that's just a minimum, you might play 4 games of playoffs too. So take that percentage. It's like, would you eat a sandwich if I told you 5% of it was shit?
Would you eat a bag of dicks? I don't know.
percentage?
What do you mean
what's
by
the-
the bag of dicks?
We're talking
just
math here. I
wondering.
need the percentages.
What percentage of you would eat the bag of dicks?
But back to this thing, like, not even that. The guys.
And if it works, then keep it on the whole season.
Oh, please don't.
No, I know
what you're saying. I know
but
what you're
like,
saying. Which is
if-
probably on the
if
way.
it does work so well, then protect them,
But
put it on all season.
But the stats are going to be inflated anyways because the linemen that are wearing these in preseason games aren't actually getting the reps they're getting in an actual game. So yeah, you're going to see less head injuries to guys because you're rotating the lineup way more than you are in an actual game. You know what I mean? I think it's a stupid. In this situation in practice, yeah, it makes complete sense. But the whole point of a preseason game is to get yourself football ready.
Yep.
And now you're giving these guys false sense of security.
Yeah.
And you're actually probably going to increase the tackles or increase the head injuries.
That's exactly what Salah was saying. He's like, these guys are going to go in there and they're going to be so used. They're not, unlike preseason where they're kind of holding back from the head-to-heads, they're seeing possibly it's not that bad. And then when they go in for the same type of tackle, their body's not adjusted to it.
Well, I'm pretty sure AJ and I've had this conversation at some point in our friendship about why rugby players have less head injuries than football players. And it's because football players essentially have an exoskeleton, right?
Yeah.
So you already feel the sense of I'm not going to get hurt. Whereas a rugby player, you go to tackle someone without a helmet, well, you ain't leading with your head, right? So one of the worst things the NFL can do is actually make the helmet safer and safer and safer. The less chance you feel like you're going to get a concussion, the less chance you are is going to be protecting your head away from contact. You know what I mean?
Dude.
You're not learning to keep your head out of the line of fire if you know you have a less chance. A guy in rugby or a guy going to tackle someone without a helmet on, you ain't fucking diving at someone's knees without a helmet on because you're going lights out.
Exactly. This is like a horrible example again, but I'm full of them.
Great. Then keep talking about it.
No. Only because I'm talking about the schoolyard and us as kids. But when you're a kid, like I remember playing lacrosse, and I would full body throw my front head, shoulders into someone and
Knees and
like,
toes?
Knees and toes. But when we were at school playing lacrosse or football, I really never got injured on my head. If I got injured, it would be a sprained ankle.
No helmet.
Yeah, because there's no helmet. I'm not diving head first at someone, but I did, and I'm not, of course, not comparing me to.
Kind of are though.
I'm not comparing myself to Dak Prescott. I am comparing myself to James Washington.
To Turpentine.
Turpin.
But you know what I mean?
Turpentine.
Exactly. I'm just double downing on what you're saying, and then bringing
False sense of
bringing
security
me into the conversation. It's that false sense, or it's like I can throw my head into this because I have a helmet.
Yeah.
Stephen White's laugh crying and says lacrosse. We have to be
Box
specific.
lacrosse.
It's box lacrosse.
Box lacrosse, bro. We don't play that fucking.
Hey, YouTube box lacrosse. It's a fucking it's a savage sport.
Not field lacrosse.
It's not field lacrosse. Box lacrosse. Google highlights of box lacrosse.
Show some box lacrosse sets right here. For
I have
Stephen White.
Stephen White can go look at his own box lacrosse.
Stephen White can go fuck off.
This is what I just want to say.
Love you, Stephen.
Is because I was just rubbing my little pecker right there. I'm gonna rub it. I'm gonna rub all of ours now. But when we played lacrosse, we played on.
You went into slow motion.
I did.
When I played lacrosse,
the rules were. I just mean the rules were different. We were super young, and the rules were different.
Back checking was legal.
Yeah.
They had. I mean, lacrosse.
I think they changed rules because of our teams.
Yeah, they had to. Well, I know they used to use the Goon Squad video as they used to use the Goon Squad video in reffing clinics with from Ant's team.
Really?
Goon Squad. Put the Goon Squad on there. See if you can see. No, Stephen White box lacrosse, not box lacrosse.
We'll give
but
you
it could be box lacrosse.
We'll give you a little. Just do Chilliwack Mustangs. Let's see if we got it. We ain't gonna get flagged for that. Whoever's watching that.
How many views did that video have?
It got taken down years ago, but other people have put it up
because of the music.
Probably actually.
I probably have the tape, the Orig.
I
probably have the Orig.
The Orig.
Yeah.
AJ, why? Oh, you're keeping this one up right now.
Oh, he's looking. Right.
I'm trying to find. What's it called?
Just type in
Chilliwack lacrosse fight.
Okay.
And this is the moment.
That was, I think, the first time we've all been silent for more than 2.5 seconds.
Keep talking, bitch.
I don't know what to talk about. I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
Here it is. Is this it?
Yeah, this is it.
Hang on.
Okay, we only have 240. So I'm sorry. This is what it is.
Okay, so there goes Ant.
There's me.
There's Ant right there.
In the white jersey, there I am.
There's Ant.
Rock the goalie.
Boom, Anth Pesci.
Get up. Let's go, baby.
Lights out! Woo! And the ref. Oh God. I mean, what do you do? If I'm the referee, I'm like,
Dude,
okay.
was this so this is this is almost 20 years ago, and it's filmed clearly with a potato. Adam's actually Adam's actually in the stands wearing a Terrell Owens jersey.
I am.
What
I
happened?
actually am. Yeah.
But not Cowboy. Crack him if you got him. You're wearing an Eagles jersey, actually.
Stephen White, it's not on ice, it's on concrete. So they take the ice out in the summertime and you basically play it in hockey arenas. There's Ant getting all lit.
There I am coming up trying to fight again.
I'm gonna find the better version of this because it doesn't look this bad. It just somehow
it's been taken down from someone else's.
There's Ant right there. Captain or assistant captain.
Juicy Vegas.
Oh!
Yeah, this ain't no pussy field lacrosse. This is box lacrosse.
Oh! That was bad.
It's just
Hey, there's Galby. He's been on the podcast
It's
before.
despicable at how it's
Galby?
despicable.
That's Galby right there when he was like 16.
Yeah.
I love it. Galby's one of my favorite guests.
He's one of my favorite guests. He gets turned
Not
up.
much lifespan in the sport. Yeah, not any. I mean, now it's probably a lot better.
Hey,
But,
if you want to see the full version of that, go to
our Patreon.
Go to onlyfans.com/AntBessieFights.
Just give a couple comments. Just look at the couple comments. See what the comments say really quickly. and
Oh,
we'll move
probably
on.
like
It is.
Zoom it in, and center it up.
It has been at least 4, possibly 5 years.
I really
Last
hope
game
they
of the
make
season
another
we'll never
intermediate
forget.
team again.
Is there no more intermediate team in Chilliwack?
No, because of this, you can't have one.
So we started it up. You shut it down.
Yeah, you guys started it.
Classic Bessies. Classic.
Okay, back to
Let's get back to fucking
back to Dak. So zoom that in and let's just play this through and add you
What?
can't tell me he's looking good here. Like
He is.
Anthony Brown actually. Anthony Brown has been having quite the camp.
Maybe I was watching the first week one. I
Well,
know I watched
this is the first
today.
one I posted. This was the first one I posted where Dak was.
Those
kinda,
helmets look like we're on a fucking Star Wars movie set, and they're gonna like CG something on all those guys' heads later.
I think Anthony Brown. Here, I got a hot take. Anthony Brown gets more interceptions than Trevon Diggs this year.
Wow, I wouldn't doubt it.
What do you guys think about that?
If we
I
get
think
a 6-4
shit.
scenario, like Anthony Brown gets 6 and Diggs gets 4,
I'm okay with that.
I'm happy with that.
If you get 10, there's Schultz. He just.
Schultz, of course,
Schultz,
he's
he's the only guy on the team.
Of course he does. You fucking Schultz.
Of course, Schultz has the padded helmet on.
All right, this is go. All right, everyone, linemen, get your fucking helmets on. And then he looks over to his right, and Schultz is walking up.
Yeah, he's like to Tyler Smith. He's like, if you want to play on this team, rookie, you better grab 2 of those fucking padded helmets.
He starts.
Of course, Schultz has it on.
Schultz is totally the guy who snuggles up to Tyler Smith and starts talking to him about being a lineman.
Yep.
Schultz, why are you wearing it?
We're both linemen.
Hey, we're both going to do it. We're both blocking, right?
I mean, we're both. So
both blocking.
Here's what I like to do when I'm out there. Can I just show you? When I'm out there blocking, and he's like,
That's actually I bet you it's not his choice. I bet you they
No,
actually.
it is tight ends.
Yeah, I
They have
bet
to
you they
run
had to wear them.
no.
let's
But it's
because
just funny.
they are in the.
But it is just
Hey,
funny.
we're just
hear in the chat,
having a
though.
fucking laugh.
Let's hear in the chat. What do you guys think about these padded helmets? And JJ, what's up, dog?
What's up, JJ?
What's
the
up,
Mime?
JJ? Hey, JJ, quit miming on us.
I actually subscribed to JJ the Mime's YouTube. He's actually a mime. I'm not even kidding you. He has mime videos. I think he has one, but JJ the Mime is actually a mime. I watched his one video, and I think I gave it a thumbs up, and I gave him a subscribe.
JJ, when we get live streaming, we're gonna get a halftime.
We need a mime.
We're gonna get a mime show.
We need a mime at some point.
A CanFan mime. Look at it. It just almost looks fake.
The helmet.
Yeah, like
I'm all for the helmets.
Like it feels like Spaceballs.
I'm all
That's
for
what it feels like.
I'm all for the helmets in practice. By the way,
Right.
Like if you can reduce a unnecessary concussion, then yeah, let's do it. But
Hey, well, what's
in preseason games, I think that's
What's the negative about wearing them?
Well, what Jackson, we said, if you
No, but like if they reduce things consistently, then what's the negative about just making it permanent on the field forever?
probably just like a aesthetic thing, I imagine.
Yeah, but who gives a shit about that if we're
Yeah,
talking
but that's
players' health?
but that's probably going to be the thing.
I know. Okay. I'm just saying, like, there's no negative in my mind unless the players are like, no, it sucks because it affects my vision or something like that.
It is mobility. It's heavier. Like it's a weird balance. Like you're running around with this thing on their head. It's heavier.
It does. I mean, obviously, if it's going to reduce concussions by that much, it's obviously got to have some some weight or something.
Hey,
to it, right?
I wear a condom every single time I have sex with a street worker. Okay?
Alex is like, I thought you were going to say I wear a
Those-
condom.
Every time I masturbate.
I was like, well, hey, that's definitely being safe.
If
I call my left hand street and my right hand walker.
But he does it because he's trying to reduce SSDs. He's solid state drives. He's, he's trying to reduce it in practice, right? That's why he's wearing it.
It's true.
I really appreciate that you do that, Alex. Look at Zeke looking fucking trim, though. Zeke looks trim. Another thing, Tyler Smith, our first round rookie pick, has lost a bunch of weight.
He did. He does look trim.
I have to have clips on deck, and every time we say Tyler Smith, I need to clip you hearing the announcement of Tyler Smith.
Just that face?
Tyler
Smith.
And then we cut out like 5 seconds and we cut out you being like, who the fuck's Tyler? And then cheering with everybody.
Hey, man, we totally dropped the ball not doing like an instant reaction on that pick, though. And getting it out right away.
Hey, man.
Yeah, we did.
We missed out.
So
Guess
this
what?
is
next year.
Yeah.
We'll correct when we're in Kansas.
Guys,
next year
look
we'll
at
correct it.
we knew last year was just our fucking.
Cowboys' first pick. Get the sound going there, AJ.
No, I'm sorry.
AJ doesn't like sound.
All throughout the field, so that's what we really emphasize today. I mean, that was a big thing I did in off-season training. I worked out with Duke, and that was one of the things that he really emphasized for us, like just, block it with your eyes, feet, and hands, because your eyes will take you where you're trying to go, and just getting everything in sync. And Coach Blasko and Coach Phil have done a good job with us, just having us practice those little small cues, making sure that we're doing everything in sync, because that's big for all linemen. So that was just, that's just work.
You know what I like?
Work showing itself in the field. And,
you know what I like
hope
about
to,
this?
continue to do that.
Is he's talking really coherently about the
Intelligently.
process. And so for me, because the big question mark with Tyler Smith is his handwork. He keeps his hands on the
I
outside.
thought you were talking about coachability.
A lot of holding calls.
Maybe it's coachability. I don't know, but a
lot of holding calls.
His holding, but correct me if I'm wrong. But they keep his fucking. What's that you got there? Oh, you're throwing a what?
his holding calls.
Oh, okay.
Holding.
But I'm hearing that like the actually this might have been from our boy Barry Graham Jr. No, it was Law Nation, I believe. His podcast, but it was talking about the training camp here and just consistently reminding him to keep his hands inside because that's gonna maybe prevent some of those holdings, right? If your hands are inside, you can't.
All technique.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Here, not here.
exactly
Here, not here. Here, not here.
and Howie's speaking was
Who's Howie?
and
Mandel?
Howie's
That
speaking
agoraphobe?
our walk-on kicker Hunter, who we're going to be looking at next. No, but he's it makes me think that he's going to be able to make those adjustments at this point.
Oh, definitely. And guard, we've talked about this before. Him playing guard honestly will subtract a bunch of those penalties. In a guard role, you got two guys on your right and left that are going to help you. Whereas when you're a tackle, you're kind of on an island, right? So if a guy burns you to the left, your initial reaction is once you're beat is to grab the guy.
Yeah.
You're in guard. I mean, you got
a little bit more.
You got a little bit of you're in kind of like a hallway.
Yeah, and so because of that, and look, the truth is, in an NFL game, you could probably call a penalty on every single play if you were picky, right? So what the refs are doing are they're trying to eliminate the egregious things, and the first one is look at the tackles.
The tackle.
Yeah.
When you get a guy shooting off the edge like a Micah Parsons, that's going to be the most obvious holding call.
Well, as a ref, you got to go
in the trenches.
Yeah, you like a quarterback goes through there.
The ref's just got his hand on his flag, like I'm ready.
The ref has to go
Always.
at the
he
every
checks.
ref at the start of their play has their fucking what's it called? Rotation? Read. Yeah. So they go, play starts, they watch this thing, then they look here. They have their setup of what they're watching. And so
There it is.
There it is.
We knew it was coming.
If for those
We knew
of
the
you-
hand- we knew the
for-
handhold
for-
was coming.
For those audio listeners there, Adam does
We knew
this
the hand-
once.
we knew the handhold
It
was
happens
coming.
once a fucking
Sometimes we get two. Hey,
Sometimes it's in my feelings.
oh god. Well,
Sometimes it's in my mind.
while we're on the IG, go to the Cooper Rush back-to-back plays. Right. Yeah.
with Trayvon Diggs. Speaking of Diggs, there's interception number 1.
And then watch the next play. Sacked, and then but he's like, well, I'm still gonna throw the ball. Throws it up, and it's intercepted. That's our boy. Rush Hour, baby.
Rush Hour 5.
Rush Hour 5. Still sucking.
We laugh about it, but
He had a good game against me.
no.
Sorry about that. Whammy.
Think how important a
Crack him if you got him is.
crack if you got him. Number
Son.
one. But think how important a competent backup quarterback is. And I'm
Massive.
not talking about someone who's going to come in and like be a 15th ranked QB. I'm just talking about someone who can not lose a game, not give a game away, manage, not like if they throw for if we go from throwing 350 yards to 200, but we're not throwing fucking 10 plus interceptions for the rest of the season.
Yep.
We have it's just like it's a very important position. So
Stephen White says rushes are
who's our number 2 right now?
We don't. Well, right now it's Cooper Rush.
It's Cooper Rush.
It's Cooper Rush.
And last year he did perform very well in that one game.
He came in with Minnie after the bye week, and
Yeah,
actually had a really good game. To be honest,
He did. He did.
Yeah, but
So
now I can't unsee the words Stephen White saying rushes are Rudy.
Oh, I didn't hear you
my
say
God,
that. I
that
thought you
is
said.
true.
I thought you said rushes are QB.
No,
Rushes are totally,
Rudy Rudiger.
totally
He is,
are
he is.
Rudy.
Put
That's-
me in, coach. I can do it.
I can do it.
it, coach.
Oh, just go over there and fucking fill your water bottle up. God.
just clap.
Ever since
He's like, if you clap for me, I'll get the power. Let's go, Rush! And then
Rush hour, baby.
he just stands at the line. Oh, I'm getting the stadium power!
he's going Super
Fuck
Saiyan.
is this kid doing?
The thing with our backup quarterback,
Yeah.
and the last time it's been put to test was obviously Dak's broken ankle year. And I'm still a firm believer that our team is good enough that you get a competent backup, he will take us to playoffs. The only reason Andy Dalton didn't was because our whole O-line was injured. We had defensive players injured. Like our whole team was decimated. It wasn't just Dak, right? Like I guaranteed if Andy Dalton would have played with our full starting lineup with like all the blockers at one point, I don't think there was. I think the only starter that was still on the offensive line was Zach Martin. Everyone else was injured,
Yes.
and Andy Dalton was just getting absolutely butt fucked.
You
Like
think if Andy Dalton had so the 2021 team,
2020.
the
Andy
20
Dalton, yeah,
the
Andy
20
Dalton came in 2020.
the 2021 team,
Yep.
take them and put them into 2020 with Dalton.
Yeah, I think he still could have got us to playoffs, especially that year. The division was so bad. Like I think it was. Who do I?
That's what I'm saying. Like our team last year, the defense and even some of the offensive weapons.
I still think playoffs. I still think you put Cooper Rush with that team for maybe if I and don't get me wrong, I never want to see this.
just clip it.
But
clip
I
it,
do-
clip it.
But I do think that I think we've constructed a team good enough that with our coaching and our players, with a quarterback, a backup quarterback comes in for say 3 or 4 games, I still think we could be a playoff team. Dak gets injured week 1 or 2. I mean, you pretty much right in the season. Off.
It's like Dallas
No.
is going for it.
Absolutely. Here's my theory and
Let's hear it.
hypothetical in this, okay?
Let's
so
hear it.
let's say we...
No huddle. I'll call the plays from the line. Defense will never know what hit them.
Yeah, do it.
That's actually a really good call, coach. Let's say
That wasn't the
Let's
coach.
say-
That was Mox.
let's say that the terrible thing
trains.
happens and something happens to the offense that knocks them down 10
Like a
scoring points.
zombie
potential.
bite.
Zombie outbreak in the offensive side. And Zeke gets turned and
Mid huddle.
mid-huddle.
What's
he doing?
Let him be. Let him be.
Let it be, let it be.
Actually, that'd be the best time for someone to go zombie if they had a helmet on and had a face mask. 'Cause
Hey.
they wouldn't be able to bite anyone.
And look, if Cowboys PR out there, and like this is a really funny skit to do, so make sure you take
That
it.
is
Just credit
funny.
us.
That is funny.
Give us
Take it.
producer credits. That's all.
And
Yeah.
just CanFan.
But-
Produced by CanFan.
If something happens, it's
Grab a CanFan.
my vibe.
son.
My vibe is that floor is because of potential injuries, high quality player potential injuries. The floor of the offense is lower than the floor of the defense this year.
Yeah.
And I think that's a better thing to have than the opposite way in the NFL.
And that's a pretty good segue talking like that, because so far into camp, the defense has kind of been thumping on the offensive. And you can always, this is kind of cliche because it kind of happens in every training camp or most training camps with most teams around the NFL. The defense is easier. It's easier to play defense when there's no contact and guys are just getting back. The timing, to find your timing on defense is easier than to find your timing on offense. You know what I mean? Like offense, to have a successful offensive play, you're really relying on everyone doing their job. Whereas on a defensive side, you could basically still have a good play if one dude does his job properly, right? Like an interception. You could literally have almost everything perfect happen on offense, and then on defense, if the guy's in the right place at the right time, he can intercept the ball, right?
Yeah.
So this is the thing they're saying right now is, the offense is getting beat up right now by the defense. And actually, I'd say day 4, I was watching the highlights on DallasCowboys.com. The offense is starting to come along. They go for their first in-pad practice tomorrow. So they haven't been in pads. Tomorrow's the first day that they're actually in pads, and there's actually going to be hitting, and there's actually going to be some contact. So that the offense will start to get a little bit more. And every day you're in camp, you gel more, right?
Yeah, exactly. And look, I mean, it's training camp at the end of the day. If anyone goes home and starts making bets off of what happens out here, I mean, there's so much involved where, like, for example, DeMarcus Lawrence is certainly putting in about 20% of effort that Vasher is putting in. Vasher's putting in all of his effort because he wants to make the team and try to make sure that he gains a spot for that. That's
what I was going to say
season.
about when we're talking about Dak in training camp, missing a couple throws doesn't have to be perfect. He's just trying to get some of that game awareness going down. It's
probably going to take more chances too.
Well, if he's trying to make throws that are a little bit more difficult, just because it's a safe environment.
I think every time he sees one-on-one in training camp, you see one-on-one at the outside, you throw the fucking football.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, you should be trying to get situational awareness down, and you should be trying to go for the throw. If you miss it, you keep chucking it, because I think how did Dak hurt us? And Barry called earlier, said Dak's throwing like Baker Mayfield.
Oh, wow, Barry. Wow. That's like, Barry, you might not still be in the chat, but that's even low for you, dude. Dak's throwing like Baker Mayfield. Ouch. BG. He was sliding the DMs the other day, and I said, dude, it's day 2. And he's like, okay, I'll ease off. That's not easing off. Saying he's throwing like Baker. That's funny.
So wait. Sorry.
The bad boy football, Nate Frederickson's in here.
Oh, Nate Dogg. I was just saying Nate Dogg. Nate.
Nate, we're gonna need you to come on and
I already talked about it today.
Fucking A, fill some fucking shoes.
Feel some butts and seats.
Give us a little of your back and forth. What's the conflict between you and Barry Grant Jr. from the All Even podcast?
Barry just is not a Dak guy at all. Not one bit.
Barry's a Dallas guy.
But you guys are both
huge Cowboys fan.
But
Barry's a huge Cowboys fan, very intelligent, and I love his takes, and I've honestly sided with his takes on Dak a bunch of times. But I do think Dak Prescott is a good enough quarterback to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. I still think Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback at his worst and a top 5 quarterback at his best. I don't know if Barry puts him in top 20 at his worst and probably cracking top 10 at his best. So I posted that video of Dak day 2, and Barry was like, that's our $40 million man. And I'm kind of like, man, it's day 2. And he's like, yeah, I got to ease off. And then
then he comes on here. Yeah,
calls him Baker.
Well,
which is that's funny. That is funny.
And totally speaking of that now, did we go over this last podcast? But the quarterback value now of Dak Prescott's.
Oh, is that crack him if you got him, son? Yeah, no, Dak's actually for a top 10 quarterback, he's the deal now. Like we got a deal. The issue with that is the Cowboys could have signed Dak Prescott a year or 2 prior to that deal they made. They probably could have got him on a 6-year deal and probably signed him to $25 or $30 million a year. So you're always going to have that, right? Like and that's not at Dak's fault at all. That's our fucking front office issue.
It does totally make. Well, let's say that the injury happens in the same year, no matter what. It's fucked.
Are you trying to go to sleep right now?
I was like, are you
all right? AJ, are you good? Hey, you're
I
good.
was thinking. I was calculating in my head if that was correct while I was saying it.
Oh, that's
Smoke weed every day.
Vaped up.
What are you at? 7, 6?
Oh fuck! This is actually burnt.
He's a 6.5.
I broke my good
6.2.
one.
He's a
so I had to
6-point
back it-
chide.
grab my back.
He's a 6
It's an indica. It's a nice blend. So no. But the if the injury happened at the same time, if we signed him when there was the big argument, he would have been injured, and then people would have fucking said, "Oh my God, we just signed a $30 million contract for someone." Like, so there would have been that scenario, or you sign him the year after.
They did sign him the year after.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, either way, you're damned if
Lose,
you do,
lose.
you're damned if
Lose,
you don't.
lose.
Because you sign him before, okay, great, we got him. We paid 30 million, 35 million, 25 million.
40.
For him. No.
3.
The year, but the
Prior.
if you didn't franchise him at all, then it would have been like, oh my God, he got this injury, and now people would have been complaining about that. Or we wait, now we're paying more for him. Absolutely.
Well, what would have happened, and let's play devil's advocate here, if they did sign him, say, for 30, I mean, he still would have got at least 30 million a year.
yeah, probably.
Like, at least. So say they signed him for 30 million. The issue is they probably would have been able to get him on like a 6-year deal opposed to the 4-year deal that they got him.
I see.
So that's the problem with the 4-year deal is, well, now after this year, he's already halfway through. You're into this problem you were with and had him in another fucking year and a half, 2 years, right? Whereas if you get them on like a 6-year deal, well, now you kind of can push or kick the can a little bit, right?
Deals ending at the same year anyways.
It would have been,
Yeah.
and he probably, like you said, if he plays good, he's gonna get a contract anyways. If you're a quarterback with any success in the NFL, you're gonna get your bag. You're gonna make a lot of money. You're gonna be the highest paid player. It's
Yes.
a rinse and
And
repeat,
look,
right? Like it's a rinse and repeat. This guy's the highest paid. Then this guy's the highest paid. Now Kyler Murray's the highest paid. Well, Dak now in 2 years or 3 years, if he can have any type of playoff success, Dak's gonna break the bank again.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll get another
but
huge payday.
But this is that push. It's like, what was? I mean, I'm not asking. It's rhetoric, and we're not going to check this out because we don't do that here. But what was like the salary cap increase from whatever 2018
And that
to
helps.
2020? You know, like
Yeah.
So if the percentage of what you're paying your probably arguably
most important
most
spot.
important position is the same
Stays percentage-wise. is what you're saying,
percentage wise, yeah, to the salary cap, then pay it. And that's what you got to look at it. Like, I don't give two shits if LeBron James makes $100 million. It's about how much is that team making,
Yeah.
and then how much importance is it for that role to be filled. And we're also talking about, like, you know, we bring this up a lot of times, but the quarterback is like your most. There's a large drop off from
Pay scale.
B to C tier.
Yeah.
As well, like
Oh,
just in
fuck.
skill,
Yes. Like
money, of course, but like
we
skill
said,
wise.
how many times we said there's probably 15 guys on the planet that are able to maybe win a Super Bowl, like as a quarterback.
Yes, yeah, that
Right?
are true starters.
Yeah. So
At this point, maybe in a year or two, a couple guys become that, but like at this point, it's pretty much consistent that half of the maybe 60% of the NFL has a true NFL quality starting quarterback.
that's why they make bank.
Yeah. And that's why it's the whole argument for this is funny, because then we look at guys that like Amari Cooper, for example, who had a $22 million contract.
But he
and
gone, son.
no, I know, but the online
gone.
reaction was just as negative. Like, I can't believe you traded
Yeah.
Cooper. It's like, wait a minute. So you won't pay $40 million for your most important position, but then, you know, Cooper's good and all, but he's not a fucking top 5, top 10 wideout.
See, I put myself in this situation where with the Dak contract, I was actually mad. Like, you know, I'm ride or die Dak. I'm ride or die
Yeah.
Cowboys. But I was actually.
Are you though? You're
I am,
You're
yeah.
kind of.
No,
You're a bit more Romo.
Oh fuck! I still believe
Every
it.
chance you can get, you
I
talk
still
about how
believe-
the days of Romo.
2016.
It's
They should have let Romo back in. I think he would have done. Dak had an amazing season. Dak did awesome. Dak went on to being 12-4, whatever they were, 13-3, sorry, and then losing in the divisional. I honestly think if they would have let Tony Romo come back in when he was healthy, I think they would have. I don't know. That's the best thing about sports. You don't know, right? So I can say it all I want.
No, Ant's always.
I'm a Romosexual, baby.
Ant has always.
Am I allowed to
rode.
say that? You can say Romosexual.
You
right?
can say
Yeah.
homosexual because you've always rode on him.
You always rode that road.
Wait a
Rode him
second.
hard.
He rides me.
He rides you.
Yeah, I love Romo. I do. I'm a big Romo guy.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's so fucked up. I've seen like Tom Brady. Just I'm talking contract wise, like in the NFL salary cap. Tom Brady has signed some crazy deals where it's like he's been $1 million salary cap.
Yeah.
But it gets paid $20 million.
Well, this is my issue.
I don't understand.
Well,
how
this is my
works.
issue. Even with the Browns, with Amari Cooper, once the Amari Cooper went over to the Browns, he ended up only being like a $5 million hit to their cap that year. It's like, how the fuck do we not do cool shit like this? They traded a fifth round pick for Amari Cooper, and he's only counting $5 million against their cap. Like, how do we get ourselves in these stupid salary cap situations? That's what I'm gonna say about that. Well, AJ's going for it.
I'm running out of
Son.
this one. I just wonder. I just
zoomed in on
wonder.
him as he was like,
Oh
this.
shit!
I just wonder, like,
Romo, if you got him, and Nate Dogg says.
Romo him if you
Romo,
got
if you
him.
Hey, 5 surprises.
bring this up. Let's see what we
5
got here.
surprises from week 1 of the Dallas.
Can I
Cowboys
try to
training
guess
camp.
something?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna try to
but,
guess.
I mean, we're gonna flip through the pages so you can
Okay,
guess.
just go.
Each.
I'm gonna try to do something.
No, make a
different here.
guess each time, and we'll flip. And we'll
5
see.
surprises. I'm gonna say a big
The
one.
top story.
A big one
I fucked
is
this
I
up.
don't even know. There's too much. Oh,
I know what it is. It's gonna be Vasher.
Vasher with the big catch.
Vasher is making a statement.
And see, we don't even really need to I was going to say this to you guys off air, but I may as well say it right now because we're doing it. We usually read this paragraph, but I feel like we can just read the bold and then talk about it.
Yeah.
We watched that catch. We already said if he can come into a preseason game and pull something off like that, or even get a touchdown, or like even get some catches, like, that's a nice slow-mo.
Different
now.
angle.
That's
Same angle.
That's fan film
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, Mike Leslie.
The only problem is like any type,
Beautiful.
like not saying that we played a lot of like flag football or touch football or just backyard football.
We're pros.
But like,
Yeah, like, I mean,
you can have exciting circus catches like that. You know what I mean? So I get that
I need to see it in game speed.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it is. Where's the pressure of the game?
Yeah.
If he can do that in preseason, and you already mentioned this, then it's something to fucking shotgun some beers over.
Maybe not even one-handed like that. Even if he can just take the top off and even if he gets a fade touchdown 2-hand catch, I don't give a fuck. Like if he can if he can come in and show that his 6'6" frame against a 5'10", 5'11" guy, and he can get that jump ball, you can utilize that. Des Bryant was only 6'2", and Des Bryant was the best guy at the back shoulder fade. So if you can get there's a spot for any guy in a team that can do that on the regular. If you can throw that exact ball and he's coming down with it 70% of the time, which is probably higher even, that's you keep him, right?
Yeah,
Like
look,
you stamped yourself onto this team.
60% of the time, it works every time.
We're in a day and age where there is a equation to beat anything, offensive or defense, right? Like a coordinator can look at Vasher's skill set, and if he doesn't have the ability to like have 3 strong, I'm just throwing that number out there. Maybe it's more, maybe it's only 2, but you have to have like 3 attacks, right? One of them is he's real athletic. He could just go up and grab it. Well, Des didn't have that size, but he had another attack, which was probably like
His
he was able
Just
able
a
to
fucking absolute dog.
get any, but he got open.
Yeah, Des.
He was 6'2". He got open.
Dez's brain, that guy.
Sure.
Hey, just his brain.
So there's-
his mindset.
Before my time.
Oh man, you guys missed. You guys would have been the biggest Des Bryant.
I know Des.
I know we know Des because we
went
never.
to his,
I'm just
Adam. We went to his fucking wedding.
Stephen White says line and kicker matter most this camp, and Matt while Zetsko at tight end 6'8" post him up.
Yeah, we love the big guys.
Sorry, now I remember what I was going to interrupt Alex about, we talked
Like 30 minutes ago.
like 45 minutes ago.
What are we at?
We are at
1:10.
1 hour and 10
Oh, that's
minutes,
not
which
bad.
is great. In the Cowboys CanFan League, you know, it'd be fun to do.
Oh, you need one?
Yeah.
In the
Holy shit!
in the fantasy league
Crushing them, son.
would be if we
It's
had
hot out here.
It is.
if you do a random draw, and the
I'm throwing
person
through here.
don't
I'm throwing right through here.
the one person in the league has to have all Cowboy players, so nobody else can pick any Cowboy players. I mean, obviously a Cowboys fantasy football league.
It's gonna be hard to do.
It's gonna be all Cowboys players, but we talked about having like a full Cowboys team, and I think I'm gonna try.
Well, we have to just do that in a separate league, just like as an experiment.
I'm gonna be in 3. Well, this will be the 4th league that I'll be in this year. So one of my other 2 leagues, I'm gonna just have
Just go Cowboys?
Go straight Cowboys.
Hey, yippee-ki-yay.
Hey, you know what? You know what the name of that team should be? Boner alert. The boner alert.
So what do we got for 4 here? So 5 was TJ
Okay.
Vasher making an impact. I think Anthony Brown's going to be somewhere on this list, to be honest.
I think you're right. I think we're going to see maybe even next. Now, Anthony, truth be told, does always read articles sneakily and doesn't tell us. So,
False sense of confidence. Jerry Jones.
whoa, what the fuck? How did you jump from?
No, I went. That's right.
Oh, okay, number 2.
Oh, what the fuck? How did it go to 2?
Jerry Jones wearing some weird double layering.
It went from
like
5 to 2.
I just want Jerry Jones to actually wear his merch.
They
properly.
fucked up the their buttons.
Okay, well, let's just see what happens. I mean,
Oh, it's because you didn't.
no, they did fuck it up.
They
but
fucked it up.
let's
Okay,
just
so
go.
number 2, Jerry Jones believes the 2022 roster is better than 2021, and I don't disagree with him.
I don't disagree with.
I don't
it either.
like when we look at who we lost. So
But
big
I'm an
names.
optimist.
Obviously,
Randy Gregory.
Yes.
Randy Gregory, big name we
Hey,
lost.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. Amari Cooper,
Crack him.
crack him if you got him, son. Amari Cooper, huge loss. You know who I think's a bigger loss than Amari Cooper? Seti the Enti. Cedric
Yeah.
Wilson. That's a dude that I
Yes.
was like, I honestly thought that was one of the guys we had to retain.
Yep.
He was just such a good third receiver that I think is a bigger hole than Amari Cooper leaving.
But with Tolbert and Vasher, like, are they going to step in?
Tolby's had a good camp so far.
When I consider last year and this year, I would say,
Or if I try to be like Alex and try to name him something different, like Tolbert.
Gilbert. Gilberto.
Alberto.
Alberto.
The biggest name to leave the Cowboys was Randy Gregory on the defensive side.
Do you think so though?
Hey,
Over
I-
Amari
I-
Cooper?
fuck him.
I think Amari Cooper, man.
Okay, maybe. Well, yes, yeah, okay. From if we're comparing.
Crack him
Crack
if
him
you got him,
2021 to 2022. Okay, so that moots that point. But the other point would just be that moving forward, I honestly do think that the 2022 ceiling rose for our defense. If anything, 2021 is stagnant. It didn't drop a lot, but there's a lot of question marks because there are a lot of new players in our wide receiver.
Let's do it this way. Okay, so 2021. Well, the 3 top players that we lost from 2021: Cedric Wilson, Amari Cooper, Randy Gregory. Going into 2022, Sam Williams, who's also having a great camp. He might be something on the list here. Our 2nd round pick. We have Tolbert. We have Vasher. We have this Turpentine. You know, like there's guys they're bringing in. Yeah, we might not have that super number 1 wide receiver who runs these crazy routes, but if you can have 4 guys out on the field that are all capable and all fast, that's going to shelter a little bit of what we lost, right? I don't think I think Randy Gregory came up big in big moments, but he had a lot of, like, we're talking about 5 or 6 years of fucking headaches with the dude, right? Like, he was always suspended, and yeah, it was over something stupid like weed, but he was always suspended. He was always
look at me.
Smoke weed every day.
I thought you had your eyes closed. But Randy Gregory, always suspended, always getting these stupid penalties in stupid times. I would rather have a guy like Sam Will, and then even Randy Gregory, as soon as he went to the Denver Broncos, he started talking shit. So it's like, do you want that guy?
No.
No. I don't
He was
think-
already out the door.
Did we get better? Maybe not, but did we get worse? No, I think we kind of, and time's going to tell. That's the best thing about football.
And a guess who has a Randy Gregory jersey?
And it's in weed green.
Weed green. Look, it's
in
all
tr-
we need.
It's in Chris Pratt Terminalist green.
All I ask Uncle Jerry to do is draft a fucking.
Whoa! Stop the press.
What?
Someone just came back from the dead.
Who? Sports Pro?
Sports Pro 2.0.
What up? Sports Pro. Sports apps in the house.
Sports apps in the house.
He's back.
All I'm picturing is the Undertaker gif when he just Undertaker shoots up.
Yeah.
I was thinking Stone Cold. I mean, not that Sports Pros, Stone Cold Steve Austin with the.
Oh, I got a good meme that we're gonna send at one point with that kind of thing. But okay, what's next? So they kind of did a weird. It went from 5 to 2.
Yeah, I think
What's
they just
gonna
fucked
go
it up.
next?
But Jerry agrees with you. He says, I think we're in better shape today to make a run. Pass that, Salt, if you don't mind, by the way. To make a run at it than we were sitting here last year.
The best part about the next sentence, you'll be hard pressed to find any Cowboy fans that agrees with that statement. You just found one, son.
You just found 3 of us.
Bitch.
Hey, Mike Leslie.
Fuck you, Mike
Suck
Leslie.
it.
Suck it. Hey, Mike Leslie at Mike Leslie FAA. Suck it.
Suck it. That's coming.
Suck it hard and suck it long.
And that's coming from 3 of us. That's 3 suckets. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Jay
this
Cox,
is good.
baby.
This is good.
Jay Cox, baby.
Now, you shared a tweet on the old IG, and if you are looking for some hot Cowboys memes this season, go to Instagram.com/at Cowboys CanFan Podcast. That's at Cowboys CanFan Podcast on all social medias.
Hey. Nobody does radio voices or boxing voices on this podcast but me.
Yeah, I'm B. You're A.
No.
You guys definitely
I'm
could
B
be.
market.
I was gonna say, what? You're the Bruce Buffer and I'm Michael
No,
Buffer.
Alex needs to learn. You need to learn Espanol version, and you can
That's
do
right.
the Spanish call.
Damn, that'd be fun.
Jabril Cox! And then you can just scream. No, but the health of linebacker Jabril Cox is huge. I've watched a couple highlights of the guy. He has not lost any speed. And we've kind of talked about this earlier on the cast before. It's literally like we gained another draft pick. Like, he played a few games last year, but it's like he's an unknown. And I'd be very surprised if he's not making some sort of impact early on in the season.
Was Cox injured last year?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
And then
week
he
6.
Okay. But
the big news was he tore his ACL in week 6, and then he started off this year like going into training camp not on the PUP. Like, he's cleared to play, he's cleared to practice, so he's ready for the start of season.
Yeah, you just never know.
Unlike Michael Gallup, so they have wide receiver. The health of Cox and Gallup. Gallup's probably, we don't know, but he's out for multiple games at the start of the season.
Well, this is
sleeper pick, fantasy football, huge sleeper pick.
I had him last year.
Yeah, but
was out the second game.
He got hurt. Yeah, but Gallup can take the top off, man.
Yeah,
Gallup's a fucking.
Okay,
Gallup's
so
between
Gallup and Seti, who would you have taken?
I'm taking Seti.
No, I don't. I've seen Gallup succeed as a second wide receiver. He's been a great number 2 for the last 4 years. Seti came on last year as a third wide receiver. He's the third option, right?
I saw enough last year from Seti that Michael Gallup's consistent injury history.
It's not consistent. Anyways,
1 year.
Yeah, he had a weird year last year, and
I thought he got injured once before.
Yeah, I mean, in 4 or 5 years, you're gonna get banged up.
Yeah,
the guy's he's the best, in my opinion, the best perimeter wide receiver in the NFL. Some of the catches this motherfucker makes,
yeah.
It's just,
no. When do you think he's gonna be back?
No doubt.
They don't know. I'm hoping he doesn't miss more than 3 games.
And I mean, Seti, you could sign for a 5-year contract because he's 25 years old.
I know we're going off it, but could you look up what because they both got signed to contracts this year? Could you look up what both their contracts were?
Okay, so actually, here's a quick question: if you had to pick, so you know a player was going to miss 4 games,
yeah,
what part of the season would you want them to miss the 4 games?
Start. 100%. Like, if you told me Gallup's going to be gone for the first 4 or the last 4, first 4 for sure. Let's just hope it's not both.
Or middle 4.
Yeah, or even mid 4. Like, I'd like any player to at least have like 3 games going into playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
I mean, that was a stupid. Hey, guess what? Sometimes I just ask stupid questions.
But no, it's a good outlook because it is what would you rather have?
Well, let's look at this is Cedric Wilson's contract, and then I do have.
Okay, you guys look. I gotta piss so bad, man.
Okay. Well, we'll wait till you get back, and in the meantime, Adam, tell us about what happened to your fucking.
So 45 minutes later, after the time we were talking about cool dads, I was trying to be a cool dad today, and
where's the cam?
Right there.
It's so weird to be on the side since AJ's back.
Hey, right there. Cam 4.
Cam 4. Hey.
Cam 4.
I missed him. We're talking about preseason injuries. I was trying to be a cool dad, and I was trying to show the kids how to dive off of a diving board, and I ended up jumping 3 feet too early, and it wasn't like a really springy board. So all of my weight went onto my leg, and it felt like I was jumping onto concrete. And I guess I must have. I heard a pop as I move in that. Heard a pop, and I think I tore a quad or something like that. So trying to ice it, wearing some compression undies, and gonna elevate it after this.
We didn't need to know about the underwear.
The
That
first thing
too
that
much.
everybody was thinking about was, I wonder if she's wearing compression undies or not. And I was like, yeah, I am. I'm wearing long Under Armour compression undies. So it goes right down. It keeps my area tight. But I think I'm pretty good with it. I don't think I tore anything.
Hey, look, this is just football research. You want to experience what NFL players go through,
Yeah.
so that you can say next time a player has a quad injury, you can be like, look, I know it's going to be a 6 to 8 week.
I thought it was an
recovery.
MCL. I thought it was an ACL tear or an MCL tear, and I couldn't figure out which was which. Is
Have you
ACL
gone and checked? Maybe it is.
is ACL behind or in the front?
I don't fucking know.
Is that so?
Are we gonna look
anyways.
that up? Do you want to look that up?
No,
You want me to?
but it's not. The ACL is closer to the knee, and I think ACL is either behind or the front. Either way,
I think it's just.
The
I think
meniscus.
you know what? I think ACL,
meniscus.
MCL are all in the knee. It's just
the same meniscus.
It's either left to right or front to back.
Right. So mine's right up on my quad, my thigh. So if anything, it's a muscle tear. And
That's a big muscle.
yeah, and my ham. I mean, you've seen Ant's thighs on this podcast before. My thighs.
He's
are just the same.
restricting us from letting you see them now.
I know. He made me change the camera angle so that we wouldn't see his ham hogs sitting there.
Hey, do we have any?
Okay, so Stephen White
questions?
says ACL's the middle, and he's had 5 replacements.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God, Stephen. Just fucking go bionic or cut it off.
You're like Stone Cold Steve Austin wearing those big fucking rigs on your knees. I mean,
I
that's
would go if I had to get 5. I would just say, "Hey Doc, cut it off and give me that Porzingis. Give me the Porzingis.
What's the Porzingis?
It's that fucking Olympic speed runner."
We were talking about your ham hogs just sitting there all white and
Hey,
fucking thick.
hey, welcome to our OnlyFans.
Look how white those are.
Yeah, they are.
That's how else do you white balance? Well, you got to keep a nice set of fucking white thighs around for that. Anth, we're ready for this now. As you're sitting down, how was it, by the way?
What are we talking?
We're going to look at the contracts, Cedric Wilson's contract and
like it.
Michael Gallup. So
I like it.
Cedric Wilson.
Yep.
This is on March
Steady
8th.
ante, baby.
March 18th.
Actually, you were asking about what people are saying, and I totally
sorry.
wasn't monitoring the chat. So Sports Pro saying the start of the middle. So we were talking about when would you have someone out for. Since if you play well, then it's not as bad in the middle. In the beginning, at the end, it can kill the playoff push or first round bye.
Here's the truth.
Cedric Wilson is interesting. Granted, he had a spinal issue. Poor Steve. I don't know what else is going on.
Here's the thing that's interesting about how the season goes.
And then Barry Grant Jr. is saying that I have cred by getting a sports injury on the podcast.
That's right.
I just asked Lids when I would take a leak, Ad's wife. I said, "Did you see your husband eat shit?" And she's like, "I saw him do something I've never seen him happen to him before. He went to go do something. Like usually Ad goes big. Like Ad will go sell out and do like a crazy dive or a backflip or something." And she said she could instantly see in your face that something was not right. Ad told me it hurt his leg and I just burst out laughing.
I
do feel bad. That sucks.
No, I'm mad that
we did.
I'm mad that nobody was filming it because.
Well, that was actually my second question. Well, was it on film at least?
Yeah, if it's on film, any injury is all right because you can replay it for the history of time.
Yep.
Laugh about it. You could have seen me go up. I envisioned myself.
Anytime you had a bad take, we could have played you eating shit or something.
Yeah. Just the audio of it.
Honestly, that's what it was. That was fun. you know, in Boogie Nights when John C. Reilly does the
belly flop.
Yeah, he overflips his.
He lands on his back,
and then he's under the water. He's like this. That's exactly what.
And then you came up trying to play it off like you were trying to sell it. You were trying to sell it.
I couldn't. I fucking couldn't.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hey man, well.
One thing I'll say about injuries is what you don't want is the guy to get hurt after the 4th game and then the team not do anything about it and let him just have a nagging injury all year and then be a shell of himself.
What are you talking about?
Ezekiel Elliott. Like,
yeah,
that's the worst. That is, and I get it. The player doesn't want to come out. At some point, you got to be like, yo, no, you're sitting 4 games.
Yeah.
Look, we got someone that can play for you. As soon as playoffs were secured, he should have been sat, right?
Probably outside of Dak's fucking last 14-second slide.
Oh, God. Why do we got to bring that up? Is he down?
Worst thing about last season.
Yeah, like Zeke had started the year off so well, and then you just had a nagging injury, which sucked.
I mean, now we're going a little bit off beat. We're going to come back to the
salaries,
here,
yeah.
but Jesus,
Sorry, what were we talking about?
you have
Who knows?
a extremely competent running back in the backfield. If you know it week 4, and you can see it wasn't week 4. That injury might have happened on week 4, but it was about 2 weeks later where the actual result of the injury started to take place in the statistics of what Zeke
And
was
just
doing.
we all were watching. We're wow,
yeah.
he looks off a little
He
bit.
looks slow. He looks fucking
slow,
like
and he started the season off so good.
He's got molasses
Hey,
in
he
his
looks Zeke. I mean, I honestly have probably said this the last 3 training camps, but he looks like he's ready to. What's that Libson or whatever from the UFC? I'm ready to bang.
Let me bang, man.
Let me bang, man. Zeke looks like he's ready to bang.
Okay, quit getting so emotional, Zeke. We got you,
I'm ready
bro.
to fucking bang.
No, but I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say Zeke playing on any other team. I mean, every time you repost those stats about his yards and how
Zeke.
he's positioned,
I do love Zeke.
it's like, why doesn't he get more respect? Is it because he's a Cowboy?
No, it started off. I'll give you the reason. He started off his first season. His average per year was 108 yards per game, right? 108 yards per game. That's fucking legit.
Yes.
Like, that's super legit. It's literally gradually went down. I think last year his average per game was 58 yards a game. So half of what he had. So, right? Like, you can see this steady decline, but you can compare other stats, and like average per game's kind of this iffy one, right? Like, so say he only averages 58 yards a game in 2021, right? 2016 he averages 108. But if his average is near the same per yards per carry, it just means he wasn't given the ball enough times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like your yards per game is factored by how many times you get the ball, whereas your yards per carry is every time you carry. It's an average of all of them, right? So if you get the ball, if you have a 4.2 yards per carry and you get the ball 500 times, which no one is getting, or 400 times, you're going to get X amount of yards. You could have the same yards per carry for 2 years, and then 1 year you could have 1,000 yards, and 1 year you could have 1,800 yards. It's factored in by how many carries you get. Do you guys, is that confusing?
Yeah.
I know I probably sound confusing because I'm kind of confusing myself, but the yards per carry is more important than the yards per game. Yards per game doesn't matter.
Sure.
Right? You could have 58 yards and you could still have 5 yards per carry.
Yes. Yeah.
And you could have 120 yards and you could have 3 yards per carry. Right. I think yards per carry
because
is more important.
They're just feeding you the ball the entire season, or you had one really good run.
Exactly.
I probably would have accepted it's because he's a Cowboy.
Yeah, I know. But I say that with so many other things.
Sports app is saying he was also a first-round pick overshadowed by a 6th.
Who?
Is he talking about Jalen Ramsey?
Possibly.
You know, actually, funny thing, and going back into that 2016 draft, I was kind of just I was nerding out a little bit, just laying in bed the other day, looking at like what we could have done in that 2016 draft where we got actually great fucking draft.
Unless he's talking about, I don't think he's talking about Dak because Dak was a 4th-round pick.
Yeah, Dak was 4th. Anthony Brown was our 6th. But I was looking at that 2016 draft, and we got Ezekiel Elliott, we got Dak Prescott, and we got Anthony Brown. And
crazy.
That's a pretty good draft. But we could have got Jalen Ramsey and then taken okay, so this is where it gets crazy. We could have got Jalen Ramsey at 4, right? So now imagine we don't have Ezekiel Elliott. We take Jalen Ramsey at 4, right?
Okay.
So now go down to our 2nd round pick.
Damn, I forgot Ramsey played.
So I think we drafted
Jaguars.
like 34th. Go to 34. Look who we took. Jalen Smith. Okay, so just imagine we took Jalen Ramsey. Stop for a sec. So imagine.
Can you stop, Alex, please?
Okay, I'm sorry.
So we take Jalen Ramsey, right?
Yep.
We take Jalen Ramsey at 4, and we still need a running back. Well, scroll down and tell me if you recognize any running backs that got taken after Jalen Smith.
Derrick Henry.
Michael Thomas.
Derrick Henry, dude.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
And Michael Thomas, both great players.
Okay,
right?
but
So
hang on, go back up a bit. Go back up. Did the Cowboys have
Yeah,
So
because we
you-
still
you-
get in this Marvel
Universe?
timeline, we still get
in the what
Tony
if.
Pollard, who is arguably
Oh, yeah,
a fucking fence sitter.
you still draft him
No,
at
but-
some point.
That's what I mean. But like, there's like, if we took Thomas instead,
Of Derrick Henry.
then we still get Pollard, and Pollard fucking like the year after, right, or
but-
2 years later.
Okay, but go
Whatever,
up a little bit. So scroll up.
I'm going. Sorry.
Okay, so just where are the cow? Okay, they're right there. So
Jalen Smith. They took
yeah,
Jalen
yeah,
Smith.
Right.
Who the fuck is
34.
this?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Jermaine Ifidi? That's a fake name. They fake name. This is what I don't like about Wikipedia.
But you
They
know what I'm
put
saying?
Fake names in
Like
all
we
the
could
time.
have. I mean,
Yeah.
and
No, I see.
I still do like the Zeke pick. I still think Zeke is going to be a good player this year.
Kilo needs to be our guy.
Where's-
Let me bang it again, man.
I want to see something. I want to see the third round pick because
I
there
swear
was
to God,
Xavier Howard. So imagine you go Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard.
Which is they're both the like top.
So now
five.
you've got fucking these two lockdowns. Now who's after here? Kind of.
It's always fun to look at this shit, isn't it? It's like
Nothing, no one wild. No one.
no
wild.
one cray. No one
But that's
too cray.
that's why.
But your scenario.
That's why-
scenario is
I'm just
better.
saying if you're looking for like if they were looking for a cornerback and also looking for a running back, they could have got Jalen Ramsey, who's arguably a top 5 arguably top corner in the NFL, and then you still get Derrick Henry. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
Like if you're redrafting, that's probably what you do.
no. That 100%. Ramsey, Derrick Henry.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I
love you.
I don't know if
Zeke,
you
but-
can afford both of them. I'm a huge Zeke fan. He's
Yeah,
probably
Sports-
my favorite player on the Cowboys. to be
Sportsboro
honest.
was talking about Dak getting Rookie of the Year, and he said he would just mess up on the round. It was fourth.
Yeah,
instead of
fourth
sixth.
round. Yeah.
Hey,
All
for
good.
me to buy into this new timeline, I need to go and look at what we're gonna do on the Diggs draft, and we just don't have time for that today. But
No.
that is a fun.
So last
timeline.
thing we're gonna do-
That's a
It's fun,
preseason.
right?
That's a preseason game.
Yeah,
rabbit hole
when
that
we're
we'll go
we're
down.
just rabbit holing.
That's
when
like
we're vape 10 by quarter 4.
Quarter 4.
But that's like the what ifs that you watch on like what if, and then it like the,
yeah, exactly.
And
My
so
one of
you
my
have these
favorite
what if
things
series.
is it's like a favorite thing, but it's also like it makes me pissed going through the drafts and being like, fuck, we could have done this, we could have done that. Like Jalen Smith, man.
So we're gonna look at this deal quickly, and then we have those other 3 top things to get through, and then we can wrap.
And if you're just tuning in, it's the 1 hour and 31-minute mark here on the
we do?
pre-season
Hey guys,
live
who
stream.
gives an F?
I don't care if we're hour 4.
I'm having a fun time. I'm
And
having
if
fun.
if you are liking Ant's smudge glasses,
Are they
drop
smudged?
a like in that chat.
Are they smudged?
I've been looking at it the whole time. Every time you kind of move around the lights, it's like Smudge
Hey,
City.
Why
I have
don't
a
you tell
bone-
me that,
I have
dickhead?
a bone to pick.
Fuck you, dickhead.
When you got, that is
Are
deserving.
they still
of it.
smudged? I
Hang
mean,
on.
I think they might
Put 'em
just be
back on, let's see.
perma-smudged.
Yeah,
dickhead.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, I got you.
Hang on,
I'll
guys.
unsmudge them afterwards.
We're the 3 best friends that anybody could have. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
When I get nervous, I just do raise the roof.
Yeah. Also, this one goes out to Kilo, and then we're gonna go look at these contracts.
Okay. Gotta get. You're trying to unsmudge my glasses, and you're gonna make me sweat more.
I know. Hey, I figured that condensation can help to get that grease.
Well, if I
off.
didn't have this fucking giant spotlight on me, like
Hey, guess what? We know we can see it in the reflection the whole time.
Hey, if you are in here and you have not yet, go ahead and smash that like button, baby.
yeah, we like it. We
Okay.
like it and we love it.
So, cutting back to our previous conversation, this would be a great movie if we cut our episodes up to movies. The
Blindside
timeline,
time 2.
how we come back. Now, okay, remember that storyline that was left? Yeah. On Thursday, Cedric Wilson, 3-year contract worth $22 million.
Cheap. It's
Very
as
cheap.
Chips.
It included a $12.75 million guarantee. Jerry spits on that. And
Salt's all over it.
Oh yeah, he fucking kicks a bag of salt on that.
You want some salt with my spit?
and 2.75 signing bonus. Like nothing.
So
wild.
the average of that then is what, 7 whatever 0.2 million or whatever it ends up being over 3 years. So then I
say
know
7 for fucking.
we'll just
easy
say
math.
7 for easy math. I know Gallup did a 50 for 5 years, so he's like a 10 mil a year.
Okay, no, I just don't have that.
So Gallup.
Oh, here we go.
That Miami team, dude. Speaking of that Miami team, they got a fast fucking team. Tyreek Hill, Mostert, Raheem Mostert, and Jalen Weddle, 3 of the fastest guys in the NFL.
So we're talking.
Oh, he did 62.5.
So Beth, we're talking 3 years and 5 year difference. We're talking 3 years on a 25-year-old and 5 years on a 27, 28-year-old. Like Gallup's by the end of this contract, he's going to be past his prime.
Yep.
And
yeah.
Well, no, like
yeah, no, you're right. You're not
maybe
wrong.
not, but like if we're counting 31, 32-year-old
if we're going the
wide
average length for an NFL player, then yeah,
and
possibly.
Whereas fucking Cedric Wilson's going to be hitting his kind of prime age of that 28. Well, maybe like with the mentality aspect included.
The
right?
thing is, what they've put on film so far, where Gallup has since his rookie year has had some pretty insane catches, has been a huge contributor, and Cedric Wilson had 1 good year. Right?
No,
that's there's a gamble, right? And we're huge SETI the Anti fans, and I'm going to be following him this year. And it's always fun to be like, oh well, what if we would have kept him? But I still do think keeping Michael Gallup was the smarter decision than keeping Cedric Wilson.
Okay, so the NFL salary cap is 208. You guys are going to see some fucking math right now. Are you ready for it?
Some napkin math?
Are you ready for it? So the NFL salary cap is $208 million.
$1 million.
Are you wanting me to put this up on the screen?
Yeah, get his napkin math on the
No,
screen.
all I want to do
see the napkin
do
math.
this. Oh, shoot, how the fuck do you do it? I think you do.
Yeah, get the napkin math up there.
Hang on, time is
kinda
12.5. I think that shows.
It's kind of cut off right now.
It goes 208 divided by 12.5.
Are you trying to figure out the percentage?
I want the percentage.
Yeah.
Don't strain your back reaching for your laptop like that.
You're trying to think 208. So who's the 12 million you're trying to think?
There, 6% of the contract.
Yeah.
So that 12 million is 6% of the contract. That's how I would break everything down. If you're
that's
coming
how you
to
have
my,
to do it.
I think for the most part, like obviously there's going to be.
I'm more of a pie chart guy.
And we can get that to you, okay, next week.
I need to know every player's pie chart. Actually, that would be something funny to do. I mean, it might take a little bit to make, but it'd be interesting to see.
It's
chart.
AJ. AJ loves
Hey,
Venn
AJ,
diagrams.
Tuesday
AJ
night
loves-
when you're bored of jerking off for the 6th time, if you want to just
like unlikely, but go on.
if you want to just sit there and just pie chart it for like an hour. And
Here's
see.
the thing about these contracts, though, dudes, is and each team is going to have a little bit of a different pie chart in terms of their needs, right? Because if you happen to end up with an Aaron Rodgers, well, suddenly you're going to be like considering
or a fucking Kyler Murray, even, you know?
Sure, absolutely. No, those are actually 2 perfect examples because they're different footballers. Now, because of that reason, the weight of the importance of each position goes up and down slightly, right? Like, obviously, a left tackle is going to be an important position regardless. However, a left tackle for Aaron Rodgers and a left tackle for Kyler Murray, they're going to have a slightly different weight. And all of this, right? Like, Kyler Murray, because of his athleticism, maybe doesn't need as extremely, or maybe the argument is because he's not as good as a quarterback, he does need a better
quarterback.
I'm not making that argument
that's my
either way,
quarterback.
but I'm just saying like this is how the consideration comes in. So we're just looking apples to apples,
not oranges to
I got
oranges.
enough. We're just looking at apples to apples here. I would say that the Cedric Wilson contract is something I'm more interested in.
We'll know, though, and it's something I'd like to follow. Like, I think we're all going to follow Cedric Wilson. I imagine one of us is going to get him on our fantasy team.
Yeah.
I would like to see, obviously, he's going to come out of the gate better than Gallup because he's not injured, right? Like, we signed a guy that's coming off an ACL. Like, that's, to me, the biggest concern. I think that would be my only tipping point of keeping Cedric Wilson over Michael Gallup. 1, you're missing 3 or 4 games off the get-go. 2, you don't know if he's going to be the same player coming back. With saying that, I think those knee injuries are pretty much
Behind.
Well, I think you get that knee injury, I think you're going to be able to come back and play in the NFL. It's not 20 years or 30 years ago where you might not be the same player. Yeah, no?
You know what? Mike McCarthy agrees with you. He says Gallup hasn't missed a target yet and describes him as being in his
Michael
fourth
Gallup,
quarter.
dude, he just some of the catches he makes are just absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah. Now, what I wouldn't like is to be if Mike McCarthy always uses football analogies in it.
No,
for
Mike
everything.
Mike McCarthy uses fast food analogies. Actually, I've always been one to make fun of Mike McCarthy's weight, but he's actually lost a shit ton of weight. He's been boxing. He's been less eating fat burger. He's just Ezekiel Elliott.
Hang on, you were saying
he was training with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Was he actually?
Mike McCarthy? Could you imagine what a fucking
Alex and I
strange
both-
hookup? Yeah.
Okay, before we say
Well, it's
anything,
believable.
So they fucked up. So they put number 4. They put 2 in front of 4.
Yeah.
So it actually was 5, which was what was 5?
I mean,
Who cares? It went from 5 to 4, which was a fuck up, to 3 to 2. So is Ezekiel really 100%? I think so.
I mean, what's the reason to say that he's not? I mean, if you're saying no, then you're just as correct as someone who's saying yes. Like,
Let's see what Mark Lane says.
and here's the truth: I would say no. No football player ever is 100%.
And he's not Ezekiel Elliott.
Am I being
Isn't
picky?
Ezekiel isn't 20-year-old or 22-year-old Zeke. He's 27, 26 now.
Yeah.
He isn't going to be that guy that came into the league that was just a fucking unit. But he still has a place in the NFL, and he's still going to be a really good running back. He can block.
Yes.
He's a power runner. He has burst. Like this Mark Lane, it definitely limited my burst. And I just think the stiffness, keeping it warm on the sideline, but mostly just the burst. So that was Zeke on his PCL injury. It diminished his speed.
I would say this. I would say it's more important that he just stays warm, like he said there. You're injured. You're probably always going to have a soreness here or there. It's about staying like 75, 80% healthy throughout the whole season. At this point,
I think people are sleeping on Zeke in the NFL, and I think they're sleeping on him in fantasy. I think you're going to be able to get Zeke in a very, very good spot in fantasy football with very low risk.
Every other league besides the DWAC league, I'm taking him as my second.
Oh man,
RB.
if you get Zeke as your second RB, you're laughing. He's going to get touchdowns no matter what. He might not get big yard games, but he's going to get touchdowns no matter what. He's still gonna. He was the 6th best fantasy football running back last year on a hurt leg. So I think people are sleeping on Zeke, and I think he's in a contract year. He's really fighting for his life for his next team or for his next contract. So
JJ says he has a cool question, guys. Hear me out. So he's going to type out.
Okay, let's hear it.
And then
Type
I'll interrupt you guys.
Yeah, interrupt us. We
So
don't mind.
we'll flip over to the number.
Do you got any more drinks over there? Or no.
No, not on me, man.
Are you out too?
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Front
I
office.
do upstairs. We can have a post podcast.
Well, a
drink.
post podcast. Okay, owners, Jerry Jones.
Because guess what? Hey, AJ drank all of. We can see AJ drink all of your drinks.
That's okay. That's why I bring him.
Hey,
that's why I bring him.
crack him if you got.
Crack AJ. AJ has cracked him if
Guys,
he got him.
I have.
I don't remember hearing you say 5 crackums, by the way, but
I had 4.
There's only 4.
okay.
This is a funny photo though with Zeke and Mike McCarthy. It looks like 2 dudes who
Zeke and Mike McCarthy.
The fuck do you think Zeke looks
Are you
like?
Hey, are you watching Get Out right now?
Yeah. Holy shit. Hey, for anyone who made it to this point,
because we were just talking about Zeke, so
that was fucking
Zeke.
joke of the year.
I just had Zeke in my brain. This is a funny photo of Mike McCarthy and Stephen Jones
And CD Lamb.
Yeah. I'm marking that time as 143. That is fucking joke of the year.
Imagine that's how. Anyways, they just look like they're not supposed to be wearing. I just have an issue with their merch. The Disneyland dad hat for Mike McCarthy.
That's his go-to.
That's his go-to.
That's always been his go-to. And I actually kind of like the hat, to be honest.
Yeah, because you're going to go as Mike McCarthy for Halloween.
I am. Definitely. I'll even... beard's actually starting to get a little gray in it, anyways.
Yes,
but
like,
just silver it up.
I'll silver it up a little bit, and
I'll
have to talk. I'll have to talk a little deeper.
I'll give you the.
I'll go as Jerry.
I'll give you my.
And then Ad can go as Steven.
No, I'll go as Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would actually like to go as DQ.
Can't do it, bro.
Yeah,
I already
fair.
called him.
I am more of a Mike McCarthy.
Okay,
already
hey,
called him.
it's fine. Whoever goes as DQ, you know what you got to do though.
You need boxing gloves on.
And you gotta fucking shave your.
Yeah, you gotta dome it.
bick.
See, that's what I could
You
do.
gotta bick your head.
You gotta be DQ.
You gotta
Yeah,
bick
take it.
your head.
I'll be Mike McCarthy.
No,
then.
you're not fat enough.
Okay, so here's what JJ is saying before we go into this last one.
You're not fat enough.
Can the best Canadian football team beat the worst NFL team?
No,
No,
not a
no.
fucking chance.
The-
I don't even know if they'd beat. I don't think
college team.
Yeah, I don't know if CFL teams would even have a chance against college teams.
And
To be honest,
And-
it's like absolute dog shit football. You should try to watch some of it. It's very hard.
and Debo just signed, he said. So
Debo.
Where did Debo sign to?
It's got to be San Fran. Debo signed San Fran. I'll talk a little CFL. JJ, anytime you turn a CFL game on, it's like there's a
The Blue Bombers are 8-0 right now.
fuck. Who cares?
Gary does.
Yeah, 49ers. Fuck you, dickhead.
Debo. I mean, it's like the DK Metcalf and the Debo Samuel thing. I hope he makes the fucking wins the kicking competition just so he can use that
I know.
every time. It'll make kicks,
73.5 million is what he signed for.
so that's not like DK Metcalf just signed for 72. So then obviously the 49ers sweetened the deal.
Yeah, and
we're
that's a 3-year deal.
wow.
Same deal as DK, basically. is what
DK
you-
did 72. DK did 72, so all the 49ers are doing is saying, hey, posturing and saying, well, we're going to pay him because he's better.
We got Debo.
And they're in the same division. Oh, good, but you guys have Trey Lance and fucking who no one even who Drew Lock throwing you the football. Awesome. Hopefully Debo's ready to play more running back because he ain't getting fucking passes.
And this is where
I would have loved for one of those guys to be on the Cowboys, to be honest. Like in a fictional world. I
What's
was
so
always like, no, we shouldn't trade for them. But could you imagine DK Metcalf or Debo Samuel on the Cowboys?
Oh, Debo.
I think what we're seeing.
Sweet Shane.
I think what we're seeing in the NFL, like recently over the last probably 8 years, let's say 5 to 8 years, has been a sensational, like more of a corporate.
Would you call it a renaissance?
No, I'm calling it not good. Like like a Trey Lance is made a quarterback, and then you go ahead and sign another player for whatever fucking 20 million a year.
Dude, these wide receiver fucking checks or salaries are getting insane. The market's going to correct itself. You can't. I don't think you can. I don't think the front loading your team with a wide receiver is the way to go. To be honest,
It's gonna be. You're gonna see.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you're putting so much investment into this.
I voice on this podcast.
I'm agreeing. Go ahead.
Is that the shotgun
Pull
knife?
a fucking
Yeah.
knife. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and you know what?
I just got a knife pulled on me.
If I look at how gross this is.
You know what we need? We need something somewhere like a chalkboard that every shotgun in the cast room during the season gets noted.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should
do it.
we should get a chalkboard.
Are you gonna try to sue me now?
Well, I guess we do have the whiteboard.
The whiteboard? Yeah, we'll do it.
We could.
Well, hang on a second. Are you
staple that
gonna
up.
try to sue me for trying to stab you on a live stream?
No,
Okay, good.
not if it gets us viral.
Yeah, it just makes it
Stab
fun.
me.
So number one here, owner Jerry Jones on attack mode to start camp. I don't even know what the fuck that means, to be honest.
I guess he's just big statement on Jerry on Mike McCarthy's job.
You want to be
security,
sitting here
which we
today?
heard.
Oh, I actually posted this on the IG. I definitely stole it from. Let's play this.
You know, I wouldn't have this man sitting next to me.
Play this shit. Oh, it's
Search
on the
Twitter.
Twitterverse. Chang it up, son.
Go grab it, Chang.
Minute 49. Let's hear it. This old fuck.
Quite an
His balls
off-season.
got to be wrinkly, hey?
We've had
Oh yeah. Or he's got
things that
fucking
were
real.
Tight
directly
ones.
involved with as football as you can be with players. We've had speculation.
Why does it look like that's a fake
It's,
voice?
for me,
Looks like someone.
He's a construct.
quickly remind-
It looks like someone got their grandfather a Cowboys hat and shirt, and he's never he
That's
doesn't
what-
know football,
No, this
but
is
he's
what-
just wearing it because
But
his
this is what I
grandson
was
got
saying.
it for him.
The fact that he's wearing the merch the way he's like, it feels. That's what I was trying to make it when I said Zeke. And
Oh, you
They
you
just
don't
look
think he
so
looks?
off,
You
like, they
think
don't-
it's like a movie set where they're like, "Okay, he's a Cowboys owner of the team.
Yeah.
We're gonna put this on him."
Yeah.
Yeah, because underneath that he's wearing a TB12 fucking long sleeve, and they're like,
I mean, well,
you can't
Tom's
wear that.
saying all this stuff with all this Chinese
112
medicine's good. I got to try it out.
We obviously didn't get to the result having won those games.
Pause it for a second.
That we wanted.
How many times do you think he sold his soul? Like,
3
there's no
times at
fucking
least.
way. Like, he's hanging on, and the devil's just waiting for him. Like, they're just waiting
Because
for him. Like,
his real age is 55.
so yeah. I know this is kind of cryptic a little bit, but I'm gonna say it anyways. What year do you think Jerry Jones dies?
Ooh.
Little cryptic, I know, but let's just say it. And one of us might get right, and it could blow up.
I'm gonna go.
So we're saying this in 2022. We're
Yeah.
gonna guess a year that Jerry Jones dies.
What's his official age? Hey, what's
this
his
is
official
bad.
age?
I think he's 79.
Bring
No,
up
he's
his
gotta be-
official age, Tom.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of important. We're not betting on it. We're just guessing. It'd be more fucked up if
While
we were-
Alex is looking at that, Sports Pro saying Vince isn't a pet of WWE more. So he's probably saying a part of WWE anymore. Why can't Jerry just die or retire? Kilo C says, "Pass me the salt."
salted up.
So
And
Jerry
in chat, give us a year you think Jerry Jones dies.
Jerry Jones
Jerry
is
might sell
79.
again.
79. He looks older than 79.
He does
to me.
look.
Jerry
pretty
might
fucking
sell
old.
again. He already going to hell. He might as well go with a bang, guys, with the number.
Jerry
I
will
was
never
just,
sell the
I was
Cowboys.
just with my girlfriend's nanny or grandma. She's almost 90 years old, and she looks 10 years younger than him.
Really?
So, I mean, I guess the stress of
Okay.
football and selling your soul all these times.
Kilo
yeah.
saying 2069 is when he's going to die.
You know what? Probably.
Probably.
Okay, so he's 79 right now.
79, yeah.
Then I'm going to say he's going to
Ad's going with the first guess.
not 93 years. Is he's going to live to
So
93?
that wow, so that puts that at that's 14 years. So 36, 2036. So Ad's guess is 2036.
That was some good quick math, dog.
AJ, what do you got?
I'm going that he'd be 86 years old.
And I was going to do 89. So 86, AJ's got him in 7 years. So that's 2029, and I got 2032. So 2029, 2036, 2032.
Okay, natural causes. So if he dies
No,
in his
no, no,
helicopter,
no,
hang on,
no,
hang on.
no.
If he dies in his helicopter or
Oh,
if he
yeah,
gets in a
yeah,
car
sure.
accident, that negates this
For
thing.
all of us.
No,
I mean,
no.
Sorry,
Doesn't
sorry,
negate
sorry,
it, 'cause
sorry.
as you're old, you try to get the helicopter to stop to get you some McGriddles.
That's
and-
true. That's
I'm
true.
just saying, so it can't be something like Jerry's on his yacht and the yacht blows up, or Jerry has a helicopter crash. It has to be something
Jerry had
like
too many
cancer
hookers
or,
on him.
yeah,
and-
or an STD or
Yeah,
whatever. Like
okay.
it has to be something like that.
You think so?
Naughty Jerry,
so.
naughty Jerry.
I don't know. I think just dead or dead. Skate or die. Cowboys
Skate
or die.
JJ says 31-42. Still looking for Super Bowl 6.
Oh no! I sure hope not.
Do we want to hear what Jerry
Yeah, let's
has
hear
to
what he
say?
says.
Yeah.
We got to the playoffs, but still,
Playoffs?
it has been an off season full of a varied type.
Is that Alex talking right now?
issues. But one of the ones I want to address directly.
I
because
understand him
guess it's,
perfectly.
the one that
Who took my shoes?
You guys are-
Someone
you're-
took my shoes.
Your guys' eyes are open about the
I
same.
have the most sensitivity about, and that is Mike
Hey, man.
and him
vaping.
coaching.
It's a Canadian
I
tradition.
want to be real clear. He wouldn't be sitting here today if I didn't think he was the man to lead.
I would. Now let me tell you this: there's no goddamn
This fat
way
fucking ham beside me would not be here.
that I'd let this fucking can of spam over here to my right sit next to me without slitting his fucking pig throat, letting the blood drain out, shipping him off to a kosher fucking
Kosher salt?
yeah, to make some kosher salt and beef to sell to a beautiful group of.
I want to see leaked footage of in Jerry's office, and Mike McCarthy's in there, and Jerry stands up and he leans over and he smacks him.
No, he's just he's slowly
smacks
salting him.
He smacks
Tenderizing
him. in the
him?
face.
No, he
says, "You
doesn't.
better shut
He does
your
this.
mouth, Mike
He-
McCarthy.
As Mike's talking, he salts his hand as Mike, and in mid sentence,
Salt slaps him?
Yeah, and he goes, "Now that's an assault."
I do like what Jerry's doing here, though. He is taking he's getting Mike McCarthy's back, which is huge. Because there's been, I mean, even last year before the season, there was talk about Mike McCarthy being on the hot seat. So having Jerry take his coaches back is, and not just taking his back to try to salt him and eat him.
Yeah.
Just it's a good thing to see. It's a good sign. He has support.
Also, just consider this: we're looking at the guy who
Jerry's been vaping.
6 months before saying he doesn't make these types of decisions when it comes to the Cowboys Ring of Honor any more than a week or two out before they happen. 6 months before that was on live national fucking Super Bowl television, telling everyone that he's going to make.
So you're saying we should take it with a grain of
Salt.
Oh shit! Hang on, oh my god! Are we doing this?
Is this the clip of him salting? Are we out?
It's an outro.
I don't know. We kind of got to the no.
Well, you already did it. You can't just start the outro.
Okay, hang on.
I thought we were gonna watch the end of that clip, but hey, Cowboys Nation, we love you. We're gonna be back here next. I don't know. Sunday's probably our best guess. 5 to 7. I don't know. We don't really have a set schedule.
It'll get more
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. We them boys.